What's going on, guys? Seth, Chevy, and Chris here, back after fucking feels like a couple months, but about 2 weeks of not being here. Coming to you with TLG Reacts to the opening night live stream that happened for Gamescom 2020, hosted by Jeff Keighley. This happened as of recording 15 hours ago. So we're going to be going through this, watching it, reacting to it, and talking about it. Before we jump into that, how the hell are you guys doing? Are you guys excited to be back? And welcome to the new set and the equipment that might be interchanging or changing out. If we have any issues, I apologize. Let me know in the comments below.
Doing okay. A little tired. But, you know.
For anyone who doesn't know, we just got through doing a lot of packing, moving, and unpacking. And it's been a rigorous, last 2 weeks. So we're tired.
Yeah.
My fucking back was hurting for 3 days straight. I'm feeling great now, though.
Yeah, I'm not at that point yet. I'm still hurting.
I'm just a little younger than Chevy, so I'm recovering fast. 3 days fast.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, it's nice to be able to do this again.
Yeah, it feels like forever.
Yeah, for sure. And, obviously stuff has probably happened over the last couple of weeks and just haven't really been on the pulse and haven't been able to have conversations about it. So
I am flirting with the idea of doing a catch-up episode where I go back and watch all the way from the Ghost Tsushima fucking 4-player co-op video all the way through everything that came out in August, because for some reason the fucking 2 weeks were gone. Everyone's like, here's all the videos.
Yeah, here, have some stuff.
I was like, dude, stop. Why are you picking now? It was fucking quiet for 3 months straight when everybody's like, stay in your house, you're gonna die. No videos for no one.
Now
it's okay.
Now you don't stay in your house. Now you have 3 people going to a set and you're allowed to do that. So
yeah, it's been stupid. Chris, how you been?
I am also tired.
Tired.
But I'm still kicking. I'm always excited to be back on the show.
Yeah,
even if I'm still in my box.
You are still in your box, but we're hoping to get you here in person, which is always preferable. It's funny how you moved all the way back to Washington, and that's when a new virus decided to show up and be like, keep his ass in the box.
I might as well still be in fucking California at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want
less
to do
fire
that,
here.
Yeah.
There's some fire, not as much though.
No, apparently they got some favorable weather to help. So
yeah, shit's fucked up. Everyone in California, stay safe. Everybody, everywhere, stay safe. Okay, yeah, so we're back. Couple quick reminders. I'm a little out of the flow of things. Make sure to download and play Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and Fall Guys, both offered for free on PlayStation Plus. Make sure to download those, play those, come back Saturday, and tell us what you thought of those games. We'll let you know what we thought of them. And download Fall Guys if you haven't, because I feel like you probably have, because it's the most downloaded PlayStation Plus game ever. Just fucking wild. Good job, hype guys.
yeah, no kidding.
We're moving to a new month, though, so make sure to download and play Street Fighter V and PUBG, which will be our games on PlayStation Plus next month, which is right around the corner. So, yeah, what do we think about those games?
I can probably play Street Fighter.
You can definitely play Street Fighter. I don't want to, but I'll play
PUBG's going to be a struggle.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite, because it took me almost my whole life to realize that I respect Street Fighter, but I'm not into it. I kept struggling. I'm like, oh yeah, I love Street Fighter. I've been playing it since I was a kid like everybody else. It's so great. And I was like, I don't enjoy myself or my life when I play that game.
Maybe 5 will do it for you.
It won't. But PUBG, I've played already, and I have almost bought it on console a couple times, so this would be a nice way to just try it out. I feel like it's past its time. When I was first playing it, they just started introducing some stuff to unlock. And so that's standard now in fucking Battle Royales. And I want to see how they've kept competitive, because I have not been keeping up. So I'm excited to try that and see what the fuck's up with it. Chris.
Man, so tired of shooty games.
What about punchy games?
I'm really picky about my punchy games. And if they're not a little faster paced, just a little faster paced, I don't really enjoy them too much. And I know that Street Fighter V is a very footsie heavy game, so I'm not super stoked about that.
It's a sticky ass game. It's stiff as fuck. That's the thing I kind of respect about it, though, is it's a very technical game. It's a very combo heavy game. It's about like placement and like executing combos in the right time and being able to deflect that shit. And it's just something I'm not really into. I like games that are more about, I don't know, Soul Calibur. I like the 3D positional combat. Watching my enemies like 3D movements and stuff like that, and jumping over a staff and shit like that. So I'm with you about being particular about that kind of thing.
I'm more particular myself to like Mortal Kombat, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like the newer Mortal Kombat iterations where they have slowed down the combat a bit, but it's still got this like, I don't know, this combo aspect to it that's like kind of like spectacle, and it's not so like technical, I would say, as I feel like Street Fighter is going to be.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat definitely has its. It kind of reminds me of Street Fighter in some ways, but it also is completely different. But also there seems to be more of a fun factor to Mortal Kombat to me than Street Fighter. Street Fighter is like you're either shit and you're playing against other shit people, or you're gonna get annihilated by the people who really fucking put a lot of time into that game. There's no in between.
God, I feel like that's most fighting games, but yeah, I hear. I
that one's really bad though. I've seen some people who are like okay, who kind of like they'll get a win, they'll get a lose, they'll get a win. But Street Fighter, you play somebody who fucking is like a lifer, you're not having fun that day.
Well, they're counting frames and shit. Yeah.
They hand you the controller, like, you want to play me? You're like, no, not really. I just want to. I'll watch you play. I don't want to fucking not have a good time.
Reminds me like going into the arcade and someone puts a quarter down on the machine. My first thought is, you do this.
When they walk in with the controller and they plug it in, like, oh, next play. I'm like, well, I'm not playing next. Someone else can play. Fuck this guy.
That's Tekken. Some guy walks in with a fucking controller.
It's like those guys at the fucking bar who bring their own stick, and you're like, I am playing you. And they're like, I'm not that great. Okay, yeah, but you come to the bar prepared.
Sure.
Fucking, how often do you do this?
Stick.
Yeah, and you bring it around with you. Either you're goddamn keeping that as a weapon, or fucking you play more than I do, most likely.
Or the dude who brings his own bowling ball. So.
Whew, yeah.
Hey.
Don't get me wrong. Years ago,
you got a bowling ball?
I had my own bowling ball.
I got a bowling ball.
I don't.
It's got my name engraved on it too.
Oh, you must be good.
No.
I'm curious now. Actually, I haven't bowled in years, but I'd totally bowl against you.
We'll film it. Yeah, so those are games. We'll be playing those next month. Make sure to download those, play those, come back at the end of next month. Also come back very soon. We're going to be talking about the other ones, Fall Guys and Modern Warfare 2, on Plus Club. So that'll be coming up very soon. And then our game of the month, not for very long, is Earth Defense Force 5, which is a third-person fight bugs and frogmen in a city and destroy every fucking building in sight game. Make sure to play that. Come back Sunday, and we're going to talk about that as well. Also, Chevy's going to be picking his game of the month next month. So, and by next month I mean September. So Chevy says he's already picked his game.
Yes.
And we don't know what it is, so it's going to be a big surprise.
No one knows.
Not a big surprise at all. Something with the number 14 in it, possibly. In which no one will go, holy shit. But if it's not that, it's fucking all bets are off. No one knows. So yeah, look forward to that. Type in hashtag #STLG on your comment if you want to be considered. If you went back in time in the beginning of August and I told you that, I didn't mean to lie. But
life happens.
In September and moving forward, hopefully for eternity, type in hashtag #STLG on your comment and we'll read it on Tastycast, the ever mythological fable Tastycast, and we'll talk about your comment, reply to it, and type in hashtag #STLG and your comment will be considered. Otherwise, it will be picked at random. We have a Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. We're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. And we have a Patreon link down below as well if you'd like to support the channel further than liking, commenting, sharing, and all that shit. It's appreciated. Thank you for all your support. We love you all, except for one of you. You guys can have fun guessing who that is. Almost 2,000 people, and one of you, I'm like, not that one. Anyway, the Gamescom 2020 opening night live stream happened. It is, according to different websites or different YouTube channels, anywhere from 3 hours to 7 hours long. So it's a pretty ambiguously long video. and we're gonna watch it. I keep seeing that people saying it's like mostly 45 minutes, and a lot of it's fluff talk. But we're gonna watch this. We're gonna react to it. So sit down, hang out with us, watch this with us, or skip to the end for our impressions, as I know some of you do. And yeah, before we jump into this, anything you guys are hoping to see? Anything you're hoping to get from this? Are you excited? Are you not excited? And yeah.
I mean, I kind of already saw the list of what at least companies were going to be there. I am looking forward to hearing more about Ratchet and Clank because I know that's supposed to be in this. Other than that, hopefully to be surprised. That is usually what I'm after with these things. I just want something to be like, oh wow, I had no idea about that. So,
Chris?
I try to have no expectations for anything, therefore I can't be let down by anything.
You're a liar.
I know. I have no idea what to expect for this, so.
I don't want to expect anything. I don't want to be let down.
He doesn't expect anything, and he's constantly let down.
Shh. Oh,
Just can't be happy.
my heart.
Don't ruin my life. Yeah, I'm hoping for world premieres. I know there's a couple things here that I saw on Twitter, already talked about a bit. I think, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but there's a couple things that they're not really going to show the game, but I guess they're going to discuss games coming up soon that I'm curious about. There's a Respawn game that I'm very curious about that I know they show off here, and which happens to be a VR game, so I'll be stoked to actually see that. I've only read about it a little bit, and everything about it sounds awesome. And yeah, looking for those surprises. Looking for a good presentation. I think Jeff Keighley always does a great job. I like him. He's probably one of the last people in gaming journalism and publications that I still have respect for and shit. But yeah, overall, honestly, I think it's kind of crazy that Gamescom, even though it's not like happening as like a convention, they still have done something with it, because we saw E3 just go, we're doomed. Everyone's going to die. We'll bring E3 back if the apocalypse ends soon enough.
I mean,
and then
the
everybody,
timing was a little different, so.
Everybody on Twitter's like, bye E3, fucking see you in hell. I'm like, why do people fucking hate E3 so much? There's all these conventions, and E3 says anything, they're like, fuck you, I hope you die. And it's like, why?
Just mad because they don't get to go.
I went. It was fun, and I told people on Twitter, I'm like, there's a bunch of people. It was really fun. They're like, yeah, it's dead. I'm like, didn't seem dead. It seemed like someone made a lot of fucking money on that thing.
Some buddies.
Seemed like somebody got a lot of fucking information from the leak that happened at E3. Remember that? It's like 20,000 people's fucking information from E3 got fucking stolen.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I don't think my information got stolen. I think it was like press or whatever. But still, I was like, God damn. Anyway, anything else you guys want to say before we watch this?
Let's do it.
All right, Chris, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, and go.
Action.
Hello and welcome to the Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020 pre-show. I'm Kyle Bossman, and this is my hot and stinky apartment. I realize you probably have a lot of questions right now. Like, who is this guy? Not that important.
I know who you are.
Is this the show?
No idea.
Just to be clear, this is the pre-show.
That's Kyle
This is you
Bossman.
and me for the next 20 minutes, getting
The
excited
final
about
Bossman.
Opening Night Live proper, the big show.
Oh.
That one.
You didn't
is
spend
gonna
any
be
time on
that
game
one's
trailers,
got
did you?
Jeff Keighley. That one's got a budget. It's gonna be
Game
fancy-looking.
trailers
Not
dying
like
was the death of
and then you
games
might
journalism.
think, Wait.
It was
is
the last
next
good
20
one, and
minutes
it died.
just
I'm like,
this
fuck
guy with
everybody.
his headband talking to me about stuff? No.
They had
It's
so
gonna
many
be
good
some of
shows,
that,
too.
Yep.
but most of the
Yeah, in
show's
that last
trailers. We have
like
world
2
premiere
years, they
trailers
hit their
right here for the
stride
pre-show.
like better than
Meaning,
anybody.
My job is just to smile at you and fill time in between trailers. In fact, we should, I think, start off with a trailer. We'll talk about Opening Night Live. It's going to be big and fun and awesome, but I feel like the best
hate
way
his
to kick off a
headband.
pre-show is just to get right
I've
into
never
one.
seen Kyle
Our
Bossman wear a
first
headband
world
before.
premiere
I don't like
trailer,
it.
Maybe it's because
is
he's
a
in
game
his
that
hot
was
and
just
stinky
announced
apartment
earlier
and he
this
doesn't want to
year
sweat on his
inside
eyeballs.
Xbox event from Bandai Namco. This
Bad when
is
you're in your own house and you gotta wear a
Scarlet Nexus.
headband to not sweat into your eyes.
I was watching a thing today where someone was in California and the air conditioning couldn't keep up with the heat. So
That sounds like hell.
This is an Almixai game for sure.
Yeah, this is something Almixai plays in a closet. Then he comes out and goes, I fucking hate those games.
his character models are clean.
Yeah, it looks cool.
We have to work together.
They said this is Bandai Namco,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, I would say
Yeah.
I was gonna
Who else
guess.
makes
I was
anime
gonna
games?
guess if they didn't say that.
Let's do this. have your ways of doing things, and I have mine.
Real loud all of a sudden.
Does that get loud for you too, Chris?
I love the style, but also, enjoying.
I don't love the increase on fucking volume that just happened.
For a
What
moment.
was that about? It looks cool.
Looks cool to me, yeah. Look at these fucking weebs.
Damn weeaboos.
These weebs. I can't point at
If you're
Chris.
just now joining us, this is the Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020 pre-show. That was a trailer for a video game and not an anime, and I'm Kyle Bossman, not important. For the next 20 minutes, much less than now, we are counting down the minutes until the big show, Opening Night Live, in which you're going to get fresh looks at Fall Guys Season 2, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was just announced yesterday. We're already going to see more of that tonight. Lots of things to
Cool.
see. Sydney Goodman from IGN is going to be giving out the Gamescom Awards
Don't care.
for Best
Don't
PC
care.
game,
Nope. She's
Best PlayStation
at every
game,
fucking awards
Best
thing for
Xbox
some
game,
reason.
as well as
I don't know why they pick
talking
her.
about some brand
She's
new
the
shows
official
from IGN
representation.
that they are debuting
She just
this
shows
week
up.
at Gamescom.
She's
Lots
like,
of
hi,
stuff
here's an award.
in ONL. It is going to be
I
a
do
chunky,
IGN.
thick show.
I do
But
IGN.
In the meantime, for this pre-show, it is time now.
What do you do? I do
another
IGN.
premiere on our end. The game next
The-
that we're
the
going to
details
see
don't
is
matter.
called Quantum Error. And parents, let me warn you now. It's time to put the kids to bed. Because it's about to get scary as hell in here. I don't care if you're in the Western Hemisphere and it
flirting
is
right
the
now?
afternoon.
I feel
I'm
like-
uncomfortable right now. What just happened?
Had that I'm flirting stare.
That's some intense flirting. If someone flirted with me like that, I'd be like, are you threatening me?
Threatening you with love and affection.
Malicious fucking love and affection.
That's the kind of flirting where you have a friend intervene for you, like help.
Oh, yeah.
You recovered.
That was a very buff man.
That's what he thought when we woke up that day. He's like, it's nice being a big buff man.
Let me put on my extra small shirt.
Let me put on my small buff man shirt. Make sure to tuck it in real tight.
This looks like something Seth plays and then makes fun of later.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair. At first I'm like, fuck no.
He's like, oh boy, a horror game, let me play this. And then bitches about it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I either love a horror game or I hate it. I'm extra critical on horror games. I mean, it's kind of interesting looking. It also looks kind of half-assed.
See, he's gonna play
It
it.
does look kind of half-assed.
Yeah. Like the faces look really plasticky.
Will be infinite.
But I mean, visually, like the atmosphere's cool looking.
So it's Dead Space.
It's oh no.
I can't help you.
4-player co-op horror
We've
game.
got a lot
I've
more
played
world
it.
exclusive trailers to go,
Left 4
more
Dead?
pre-show to go,
No,
an interview with
that's a
Jeff
good one,
Keighley.
though.
Next up, we have
was a good
a
one.
car brand
Oh, I can't believe I
synonymous
can't
with racing
fucking remember.
and innovation, and a key partner.
It's
of
an easy
Gamescom
version of
for
that game.
years.
I haven't even
Ford.
played it, but I can tell
They're
it's
about
easier.
to exclusively reveal the first ever car made with gamers for gamers. Check it out.
He was upset saying that.
In 2019,
I think we're all a little upset right now.
To gaming, and Team Fordzilla was born. And that was just the beginning.
Team
In May,
Fordzilla.
we launched Project P1
Since when has
to
Ford
design
been
a
an
car
official
in
sponsor of video
collaboration
games?
with
Is this
gamers for
is this
gaming.
about that
This
car that the
project
gamers
was a
designed
global
that's actually on the
first, and
racetracks
our
now?
designers let their
Since
imagination
when
go
did
wild.
anyone think
So
that
on to our
fucking
first
people would
global
take the name
announcement.
Fordzilla
Please
serious?
welcome our first ever Team Fordzilla Project P1 model.
I think this is the real car that the gamers design. Gamers.
What, like 2?
Who cares? This is like when Arby's fucking throw some French fries on a fucking plate like Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. They're like, all right, buy fucking shit fast food.
Except for more likely to buy the fries.
It's cheaper than whatever the fuck that thing is. This looks like goddamn Initial D.
It just looks like a concept car.
Looks like shit graphically.
It's like that truck, that Tesla truck.
That thing's real though.
I think this one's real too.
That wasn't. Not what I just saw. That was fake as fuck.
Project P1.
Well, yes.
That we are now committing
But
to
they're
make
making a real one.
world version
That's
of
fine.
this
There's concept cars all over the
groundbreaking
place. Those things annoying about playing every fucking iteration of Gran Turismo that came out is there'd be all these like
have games. I think
there's all these like
I'm
fucking
just
concept cars
writing
like,
a lot
oh, this is
more.
cool, fucking where's this at? Oh, it
Video
doesn't
games and
exist. They made like
writing are
one.
absolutely my two favorite passions.
There
and I
is
just
a
managed to
car out
combine them
there.
into a job. So I feel like honestly, I probably would have finished a couple of books.
I almost bought
There
that
is no
chair.
game. What else would I do? I mean,
Then
I
I
like
didn't.
tech, but you need to do things on the technology. And so if I can't play things, if I wasn't into gaming, yeah, it'll be a lot of TV watching.
If there's out there a universe where I'm not a gamer, then I probably would start to game.
What the fuck is going
I will
on?
try something to put some smile
They
on
asked
the face
apparently
of everyone.
streamers what their life would be like if they didn't
I
game.
would watch a lot more movies.
This is supposed to be
and
representative
read
of
more
us.
books
Oh my god.
and get bored.
Come on.
Dude, if they're real fucking
Welcome back
gamers,
to the opening night
so,
live
someone's like, "Hey
pre-show.
Seth, we're gonna do a clip where we talk
this
or
is
ask
only the
streamers
second
where the
year
fuck
of ONL
why they play
existing.
games or whatever." But like, no
But
one's
I
gonna
think
want
it is
to
safe
watch
to say
that.
that this year's
Just
will be
skip to the games. I promise you, they'll
unconventional.
appreciate it.
So to tell us what to
And
expect
people
from
watch and
the
go,
show
"Yeah,
this year,
exactly."
please welcome Jeff Keighley.
We are now joined by Jeff Keighley,
Old tired eyes.
host and executive producer of Opening
Old,
Night Live.
old
How you doing,
Boca.
Jeff?
I'm doing great, Kyle. How are you?
I'm doing
That's a
okay.
transition there.
Kyle
from-
changed.
So, back in April,
He replaced his
Gamescom
headband
said
with
we're
fucking
going digital
glasses.
this year.
And some
when did you start
real
thinking
shiny
about
headphones.
ONL and how that's going
Yeah, I
to
was
look?
like a headband at
Well,
first.
we knew
Like,
last
just
year
got
we
hit
were
in the
going
that
to
head.
do
is the
another
headband.
ONL this year because it was a big success. But yeah, we had no idea what format it was going to take. Normally we are in Cologne. This year we're doing it from Los Angeles. But I actually, Gamescom came to me and said we definitely want to do ONL. It's a digital event for the whole world. So even if we don't have something physically in Germany, we still want to do this show with you. And I said I was doing Summer Game Fest, and maybe we can bring all these things together to create this grand finale for the show. And all summer I was really
I don't
hoping
care.
to do a show
Show
that was
me
a
the
little bit bigger
goddamn
than I've been,
games. I don't care
broadcasting
how you got
from
there,
home here
or
for
how you
many
decided
months,
to get
and I
there,
wanted to do
or
something
what
that was kind of a
choices made
set
you
and
lead
a
you to
little
where you are
spectacle
now.
to
Just
it.
show me the
And
fucking
bring
game.
the whole
I
industry
don't care.
together,
This is
and
exactly
that's
what I was
what
talking
we're
about
gonna
earlier.
do.
This is why if they asked
So is
me,
it
I'd
gonna
be
be
like,
just
just
as
skip
long
me.
as a
Skip
regular
me. I don't want
show?
to piss people off.
Yeah, we
In all,
have
in all
like
fairness,
2 hours
he
of stuff to
spends
show folks
most of his time
from
interviewing
across
other
the
people.
industry. You know,
So
like
it's probably nice
the
to
big
be
stuff,
interviewed instead.
the biggest games out there like
This
Call
is
of
true.
Duty, and then a lot of really interesting titles. Of course, we're gonna have some amazing next gen stuff in the show, and Fall Guys Season 2, which has become a thing over the past couple of weeks. So it's really fun to have like the big and the small and the surprises and next gen
I
all
always knew the
blended
game was
together.
going to be
But yeah,
like
it's a
somewhat
full blown
popular
show,
just
2
'cause
hours.
it's
Is it going to
cutesy.
be just
Did not
back-to-back
expect it to
trailers, or are you
be
going to
what
do
it is.
some
I
interviews
did.
and demos?
You
Insane, man.
I
will
thought-
definitely see trailers.
I'm on the
You
record
will
saying
see
I
some
thought it was
extended
gonna be the next
gameplay
fucking,
demos,
Rocket League.
of some titles as well. There will be a few interviews with a couple of developers. We've got some special guests, and one thing I will say, kind of right out of the gate, is that this is not sort of wall to wall shock and awe announcements.
It's like
of
those
new
shit
games similar
old
to
school like
last year
TV
at
interviews
Gamescom.
where
We have
like
some really big
they
updates
film both their
on
faces and then
games
like
that
the guy's just
fans are
talking, then it
excited
pans over to the
about,
other, or just
and
goes to the other guy,
meaningful,
just like,
but the kind of big
like-
surprise announcements. We have a
Where's he
few
got a
things
pen?
in
He's
the
like,
show, and we have lots of great things planned.
It doesn't
for
even
the Game
seem like
Awards,
that was
but
actually his
similar to last
reaction
year,
when
this
they're
is really a
talking.
showcase
It's
of, like
fucking
big
perfect.
holiday games
NPC
coming next year that
animations.
you know
Right,
about.
just
So I would tell people to set their expectations to be really meaningful updates on existing games versus blowing you
I
away.
see do
even
a-
before
I-
the interview.
I need to
surprise
do like a
shock
fucking 2 hour
announcements.
B-roll of us just doing
Great.
reactionaries.
Jeff, I'm personally looking forward
And
to
then
the
do
show.
like just
Well,
put a video from
Me
YouTube up
too.
and then just
It's
have
been really
those
fun to
clips in the
build
corner of
this,
us.
But even working with our team, it's been challenging.
And we're not even doing it at the
to
same
do
time.
things safely
Someone's like-
in the era
and the other
of
person's just
COVID,
like-
and it's been meant a lot to me that Gamescom has said we still want to do this show, and I think for all of us in the industry, we want that big showcase. So I'm just really excited to honestly like leave home, do like have a set, and you'll see we've got like screens and lights, and it's. If we do it
I
right,
can't
we're going to
stand this.
hopefully
Just
create
stop talking
that
about what you're
going
gonna
to
show. Just
that
fucking
we haven't
show
felt
it.
this summer, right? And a lot of the events this summer have been pre-taped, and they've been,
Why are you
they've been
always
great,
preparing?
and lots of cool game info. But I really wanted to do something live with a lot of energy to it. So if we do things right, that's what people are about to see.
Very cool. Good luck with everything.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks for hosting the pre-show.
I'm doing my best.
Thanks,
So
Kyle.
just so we're all on the same page about what just
What happened to Kyle?
that was basically
He
an
helped.
interview with my boss using questions that I mostly already know the answers to. So considering all that, I think that went pretty well. Next up, we do have another world premiere trailer, baby. Vroom vroom honk honk for Dirt 5.
All that talking about what they're gonna show, and this is what they're showing me.
That's okay. It's okay.
Dirt's all right.
This is the pre-show, dude. We're not even in the show yet. Buckle up.
Buckle up, baby. Vroom vroom.
And you need a reaction on that one.
Project Cars 3, I think, is out now. And I kind of wanted to pick it up. Oh, that's cool. They have an editor. Kind of wanted to pick it up, but they're saying people who like Project Cars 2 are gonna hate Project Cars 3. And I'm like, that's not good. Because I think they're trying to make it more accessible for everybody, so I think they made it more arcadey, which sucks because Project Cars 2 is like the Dark Souls of racing games.
This reminds me of like 64 era racing.
Yeah. This doesn't even look like Dirt.
I'm actually a little intrigued just because it's not so serious.
Yeah, me too. Especially considering Dirt is like more of a sim. Like it's a borderline middle ground of like arcade sim.
Yeah.
Right. Rally game. And this doesn't look like that at all. So, but it also seems like they're taking a note from Horizon a little. Being a little more colorful and doing ridiculous shit. I don't know. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Vampire.
Okay.
Get him.
One car, two
Like
car.
zombies mode for cars.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Oh, you probably gotta hit him and affect him or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of neat.
Interesting.
So you think like a vampire bit a car
No.
Yes.
and sucked out gas?
I'm
100%.
I'm thinking more like,
To be
was that
continued.
Maximum Overdrive?
It is now time for the part of the pre-show
Isn't that siphoning?
that I've
When
been,
someone takes
I've been
like a
reading your
fucking
live
hose,
comments.
puts it in your gas
I
tank.
see them right now.
and fills up
Everybody's
something
blowing
else.
up, demanding
wanna see a car driver on
Kyle's
a
10
straw.
reasons to be excited for opening night live. Well, let's kick it off. Reason number 10 to be excited for opening night live 2020, feeling excited for next gen again. Number 9, Jeff Keighley wardrobe reveal. Number 8 reason to be excited for opening night live 2020, Destiny trailers are usually pretty good. Number 7, it will mean this pre-show is finally over. Number
not
6,
wrong.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Number 5 reason to be excited for ONL 2020, Shadow
The fuck
Drops.
Shadow Drops.
Number
He
4,
doesn't know.
Fall Guys Season 2. Number 3 reason to be excited for ONL 2020, actual gameplay from a mysterious PlayStation 5 exclusive. Ooh. Number 2, everything else in my life sucks right now. And the number 1 reason to
Know
be
me?
excited for opening night live 2020, Jeff Keighley said it's gonna be good. We have one final world premiere trailer to show off, and this trailer is an announcement of a Switch version of a popular game from 2018 that can only be described as Dinosaursy.
What?
Enjoy.
Oh, I saw this on Twitter.
Oh.
You think that things are going to turn
It's a
out
game we
differently?
played.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Now you can take
the
it
ones
with
before
you.
you did too.
That's a good game
Because
to
they
have portable,
believed
though.
that they were in
Agreed.
control. And control, well,
You're at the
Here's the
airport, and
thing.
it's like, I need to see what the fuck my dinosaurs are up to.
humanity is desperate
Well,
for
is
it,
God damn it.
It's one of those
We
games you don't
are
ever have to really
seduced
stop
by
playing
it.
either. So
but we never
Yeah.
really possess it.
that's great.
So your wife comes in and goes, you know what,
see
we need to
life
talk. This whole fucking, you
can be
playing this all the
tenacious
time and never seen your kids thing, it needs to end, or we're gonna end.
And if you don't reply,
What
as
makes
Jeff
us
Goldblum
such
will reply, then you
unique
deserve a
creatures?
divorce right then and there.
Yep.
Is knowing the power of what we're up against
That's when you gotta stop playing.
and still believing
Oh, that's when you
that we
reach the
can
peak.
win.
That's the peak of playing right there.
The kitty looked very hungry.
No. Oh yeah.
Bye.
See?
Chomp chomp.
Had to
Why do
go
I
up-
have to
get a little
show it?
snack.
That's it. That's all we have for you in this very pre-show. Please be excited for the actual opening night live, in which you'll see some Destiny 2, you'll see Fall Guys Season 2, you'll see Black Ops Cold War, that mysterious PlayStation 5 demo, some things we've probably never heard of before. I think it's going to be a very good show. I'm personally excited about it. Me. I should thank you, actually, for putting up with my nonsense for the last 20 minutes. It is appreciated. You know what? But seriously, enjoy the show.
He knows. He's self-aware.
Someone get this old man up here. Some warm milk.
I'm not used to our setup right now.
World.
This guy.
When we feel out of place, disconnected, and divided.
I like pointing at Chris while he's just like looking like that.
He has no idea what we're doing.
Not a goddamn clue.
To be heroes?
What we're doing here could change things forever.
Tonight, we bring the world together.
You're with us now.
We celebrate who we are.
Yes.
You are done to us now.
Chance to repent.
And what we are.
I'm with you every step of the way.
The future of gaming. Welcome to Gamescom, opening night live.
I give you this grenade. Don't let go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Keighley, and welcome to Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020. Now, this year, Gamescom is, of course, a little different than normal, and I hope all of you and your families are safe and healthy at home. In 2020, games have comforted and connected us more than ever.
Riding my bike
and with
a lot.
the launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X later this year, games are only going to get better. Well, all summer, I was hopeful we could get to this very moment. A big live showcase filled with more than 35 games to kick off Gamescom 2020. Tonight, you'll get a first look at Fall Guys Season 2 and an extended gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. Plus, we might have a couple surprises along the way, too.
Fall Guys has been out less than a
I want
month.
to acknowledge and thank all the
Season
game developers,
2's coming
marketers,
up.
and publishers who have worked under challenging circumstances to keep us entertained. This show is nothing without them or my production team, and doing a show at this scale safely is not easy, especially when all of you at home have some pretty insane expectations. I hope tonight reminds you why you love to play games.
This is your fault.
And with that, we're going to move on to our first game with a game that was just announced yesterday.
3D.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And joining me is Dan Vondrak from Raven to tell us about the game and give you an exclusive sneak peek.
Where's he from?
Dan, how you doing?
On that damn name.
Do we find him on the street?
Good, Jeff. Thanks for having me here. This has been a dream project for us to work on from nearly the beginning of development. We knew Black Ops Cold War was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1, and we loved the idea of returning to the pillars. Built the Black Ops franchise, denial operations, conspiracy grounded in history.
I always feel like their CEOs are just hiding them. Don't let them get famous. They'll need more money.
No, there's like 2 or 3 per like division that will normally do stuff. I've never seen this guy, but I've never seen Raven talk
relevant to today, and also uniquely Black Ops.
Well, you start playing with Black Ops, everyone wants to know those characters we saw yesterday in the reveal trailers, some familiar faces. So, Woods, Mason, break it down. How does this fit into the Black Ops canon? You said it's a direct sequel, so are we going to see a lot of familiar faces?
Yeah, part of the fun in making this game was bringing back the iconic characters like Woods and Hudson and Mason and seeing how all those personalities mix with some of the new characters. So the campaign takes place in 1981, and we love that we've been able to have so many connections to the original Black Ops and really be that direct sequel to the game.
I agree.
Now, one thing that I'm really excited about this is you're pushing the storytelling in kind of a new direction with some branches and some options about how you play through the campaign. Can you maybe walk us through your thinking there?
Yeah, one of the driving forces from early in development was to say, let's take this Black Ops thrill ride and infuse it with some player choice and some player freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a little more ownership over their experience. So that starts with allowing the player to create their own character for the Cold War campaign. They can name them and pick a military background and really pretend they are that Black Ops soldier that they want to be. From there, we wanted to take some of our missions and infuse optional objectives, multiple paths, and some player choice moments inside some of the missions. And it was fun to find that balance between the hard-driving Call of Duty action and these more non-linear experiences inside some of the missions.
Gravel.
With choice, comes the player wanting to feel that impact. So some of those choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually shape the ending of the narrative of the campaign.
All right, so multiple endings to this game.
Gravelly is beauty, but
someone might.
Absolutely. That was one of the big things for us.
A lot of people like Solid Snake.
Black Ops has always been willing to take risks, and we all know they did some of this in Black Ops 2. And with our story and with these features, we love playing homage to those early Black Ops games.
Oh yeah, I remember the numbers. All right, well, Dan, we are excited to see more of it. I know multiplayer review is coming in September, but since you got a switch there, maybe you can flip the switch on something exclusive for us. What are you going to say?
He's got that weird little lisp too.
Yeah, absolutely. This is really exciting because this will be the first time we've done this outside the walls of the development studio. This is a scene from earlier in the game,
this
and it's a critical point.
Smooth.
Really, it shows the narrative of the world, shows this threat that our heroes are going to be battling. So let's take a look.
Oh, it's your show now? You're running it?
Yeah, taking over.
Thanks for that question, Jeff. Now let's go to the next segment.
Get out of the way, Jeff. It's my show now.
This is Raven's show now.
Detailed information from the Manhattan
this was a black op we took over
by the Russian spy known as Perseus. 1968, the Vietnam War. Viet Cong soldiers orchestrated by Perseus attempted to steal an American-made nuclear bomb from a U.S. firebase. 5 days ago, while on a mission, we acquired intel that Perseus is in play again and planning an attack on the
West. That was pleasant.
Perseus. The CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
Mr. Hudson, we're all aware
excuse me,
of
Mr.
Perseus.
Hudson. Why do you got sunglasses on?
He's more myth than fact. I mean,
it's a good question.
I can barely see in here.
What's happening?
Russian boogeyman.
Maybe he's blind.
General Haig,
I prefer not to look at idiots when I talk to them.
Best suited to respond to that. CIA clandestine special officer Russell Adler. He's one of the few people who even come close to capturing Perseus.
Mr. Adler, why should we take this Perseus threat seriously?
You don't have to, sir.
He's also wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, but then a lot of innocent people are gonna die. Why do you say that?
Sir.
Every time Perseus has come into play, it's shifted the balance of the Cold War. After 13 years of silence, if he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that will affect the free world.
He looks like a Ken doll.
That got fucked up.
You try being married to Barbie.
It's very true.
It's a marriage of convenience.
Mr. President.
Sir.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell Adler.
I know their names.
Oh my god, he looks like a plastic doll. What the fuck? That's creepy.
Yeah, that's like a robot version of Ronald Reagan.
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Can you stop Perseus?
I am Reagan-bot. Here to look at Ken-bot.
Their requests are highly irregular. Most likely illegal if the press gets a hold.
What the hell are you talking about? Do you know who we are?
Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods, plausible deniability is the backbone of our work.
Al, we're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world. Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants.
It sucks. Everyone knows I play Call of Duty. I like Call of Duty. We're going to be talking about a Call of Duty very soon on Plus Club. I got a lot to say on. As much as I love the multiplayer in Black Ops, in fact, I love it. I thought Black Ops had great fucking multiplayer. I did not give a fuck about the story. So that they're trying to sell this as a sequel to Black Ops, it might be awesome, which will be really cool.
Yeah.
But going into it with my past of how I feel about the original Black Ops, I don't have hype. I only have hype because they're telling a story in the 80s of like Cold War shit. That's interesting. But I'm not like, oh fuck, this is a sequel to Black Ops? We already got 2 of those.
Yeah.
What happened to the stream?
Oh dear.
That's going.
Professional.
It's that 2020 presentation stuff happening right now.
What is happening?
Don't start clicking around. We gotta stay
struggles
synced.
to understand her mysterious innate abilities to manipulate the unseen. Check out this first look.
All right.
Check a look. Man, that was some good
Now
Black
you gotta
Ops.
find it. That was pretty quick.
Like, all right, they're not loving it. Let's go to the next thing. Was this, they said unknown 9?
Yeah. It's X-Men.
What the fuck's that kid's problem?
Wasn't raised right.
Or he just played Ghost of Tsushima. He's like, fuck, I want to show you my samurai moves. Look, and he shoved her down. Check it out.
Look what I learned.
It also doubles as a lightsaber. Did nothing for me.
I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, no one does.
I see. Even the trailer was happening.
That's only one of the unknown 9 that we just didn't understand. This is, well, never mind. This is where I had my drugs. Are those the unknown 9?
What?
All right, let's get to the gameplay. One of this year's biggest games has been Doom Eternal. Tonight, we've got an exclusive first look at the campaign expansion called the Ancient Gods
That's kind of the theme of this year
Part
for me anyway when it comes
Check
to AAA games. It's just I haven't beaten. It sucks.
That game got, and I'm sure it's a fun game, but it got really overshadowed by Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's kind of wild because the hype on it was huge.
Yeah. Animal Crossing,
and everyone who
just
played
a
it fucking loved
phenomenon.
it. Yeah, but still, a lot of people I talked to actually played this, liked it a lot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but
I'm sure
it
it
did
was great.
get eclipsed. Which is weird, because you should be able to like differentiate the two without even having them in the same realm. But everybody played up that fucking fun meme of, oh, they're coming out at the same time. And then everyone's like, haha, those two games are really fucking, you know, really popular, coming out at the same time. Feel like, what other game? Animal Crossing? No, we're all playing that. What are you talking about? What's the other game? Doom? Boom? Doom. Zoom?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to playing Animal Crossing. That's cool. It's getting
the story add-on in it.
Yeah, like story DLC.
Yeah.
I still haven't tried that mode out.
Me either.
2020 marks the 25th anniversary of a legendary game studio, BioWare. Tonight, Casey Hudson and the team wanted to give everyone around the world
subject to be bringing
a little
up.
taste of what's
Remember
next.
when they were great?
Casey, over to you.
We don't know if they are anymore,
Hey,
but
Jeff,
we're gonna
it's great
find
to see
out
you
at some
again.
point.
You know, 6 years ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for
What kind of
Dragon Age
microphone is she
Inquisition.
using? That sounds
And
weird.
since
I don't know,
then,
it's really
we're
weird.
imagining
Yeah,
new
his
ways to
lapel.
use next-generation technology.
Yeah.
to
It's
bring
aimed
the world and
down.
characters of Dragon Age to
Well,
life.
I mean,
We're
where
still
else is
in
it
early
gonna go?
production, but we thought it was time to give you the very first look at how BioWare's passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
It was just weird because it's picking up a lot of atmosphere, but it also is compressing his voice, so it just sounded weird.
Yeah.
It sounded like he was in a very well
I've been at BioWare for a really long
mic'd
time, so I've got
box.
to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
We're very experimental here at BioWare.
I would hate having
always coming up
secret
with new
meetings
stuff.
about games that aren't out yet
We're
on
always trying
the
to
internet
improve,
like that.
innovate,
'Cause
and bring
what if
new
some guys
characters
actually
to life
joined
for
your
players
fucking
and fans
room?
to enjoy.
He's like, hey, what's up? Who are you? What are you guys doing?
The janitor.
The world
I'm
of
just some
Dragon
kid.
Age really has got it all. It's got frontier stories, it's got mystery, it's got hard-boiled
I thought I was gonna say
detective
hard-boiled
stories.
eggs.
And of course, it's all wrapped up in kind of a fantasy setting.
You really feel like you're the hero in the Dragon Age world.
Dragon Age
You're
frustrates
saving
me
people.
so much. Because the first one was
Dragon
so
Age to
good.
me
And the
is
second
a
one was
wonderful
fucking
world to
like,
play.
eh. And then the third one was like,
I'm really
okay.
excited about the future of Dragon Age.
Did it?
This is an original world, original flora, original wildlife, original architecture. That makes it fun to explore and discover.
He needs some confidence
in
saying
the next
that.
Dragon Age, you get an opportunity to.
He was acting like he was
see
guessing in
things, new
case he might get in
places,
trouble saying
and
the wrong
interact
thing.
with people who lived and grew up in these spaces as well.
For the game we're working on now, we want to tell a story. What happens when you don't have power?
He's got that strimmer hair.
What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address the issues?
The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
Something that we'll be able
Fast
to
and
look forward
Furious.
to in Dragon Age
It's all about
is a
family.
really close relationship with game characters who really become real for you.
We want characters to either be loved or hated. One of the best examples of that is Solus. Half the community wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, and another part wants to do both.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
I haven't played the game.
BioWare and EA has been one of the forerunners in using motion magic technology, and that makes it way more realistic when you're looking at the characters and the way they walk and move and interact in the world.
Players want that suspension of disbelief that this wonderful collection of digital
it's a third-person action game.
is actually a living, breathing soul.
No, it's okay. That's the good kind of rumble.
I actually design bosses. I help with the creature design team as well. So I do all of like the big threats that you have to go up against.
Ew, that spider with hands is fucking gross.
I hate
it. You're already bad enough when they got 8 legs fucking running around all over the place, but when they got 2 fucking long arms with hands.
Decision making can mean that a party member lives or a party member dies. And it means owning your outcome and reactivity to the choices that you do make.
I just love the possibilities that Dragon Age offers.
That was a rock fighter.
And I'm excited to explore a lot more of them.
I really want to be excited for Dragon Age 2.
That's where I'm at. I'm excited for the prospect of a good Dragon Age possibly happening.
Yeah, BioWare's track record lately is just not so
But
great.
I don't have confidence. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm just saying I don't have confidence to be excited for it.
Feeling quite
Next
reserved.
up, it's time for something special.
Is that
news
Black
broadcast?
Ops?
Oh,
fucking taking over again.
You have people watching this right now who have no idea what that is.
Great Scott! I think there's
Oh my god, he's so old.
miscalculation.
Wow, wait, you're what's his name? Back to the Future.
I'm Emmanuel Brown, doctor of physics, not of medicine, and certainly not that quack from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, we know who you are, but what are you doing here?
I did come back from the future.
I know
to
Jeff
this
Keighley was an
precise
actor.
moment on August
He's selling it pretty well.
2020, because it's imperative.
He's acting better than Doc Brown.
Surgeon Simulator 2, right now.
And what exactly do you have to do with Surgeon Simulator?
During the mid-20th century, some friends of mine from Bernardshire University invented a state-of-the-art medical training facility, otherwise known as the Surgeon Simulator Training Program. Now, 70 years later,
What a weird get for this ad.
the experience.
Yeah, I didn't know that guy was still alive.
You can
That's
access
kind
the
of sad.
program
I know.
through your
I
computer
feel bad. I
and
saw him. I was like, oh my
medical
god, he's so
training
old.
from the comfort
I hope he's
of your
okay.
keyboard.
Bob is sick
And it's
in his leg,
available as
in his
a-
arm.
Great Scott!
I was gonna say, I've already watched this gameplay.
Tonight, I want to world premiere a few examples of some of the incredibly successful test subjects who
Again,
have
though, that
already
stage is really neat.
the course.
Yeah.
So you're saying a world premiere will save our future?
Only time will tell. And speaking of time,
That's ominous.
I'm off to another
That
world
wasn't a direct
premiere,
answer.
Avengers 26.
That's what they call
Return
dodging.
of the Son of Thanos, opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race.
Does
in your
Disney know you
hands.
just said all that?
Just make sure
Right?
you play
I feel like they want royalties.
Now, doctor's orders.
He's
That
put
was
the
weird.
fate of the world in fucking Jeff Keighley's hands.
That's on his head! No! Let me give him a little pat on the head. Where does this part go?
I watched them play this.
He looks good as new.
Now grab the good arm and bring it in here. We're dying. He's dying.
Should we play the first one?
I have. Yeah.
So it's so hard.
This one has like weird functionalities of like doors can't be opened unless you put certain limbs in them, and you have to like stabilize like the blood flow while you have the limbs out of them to get to certain doors, access the tools. It's
Does
weird.
the game also come with screaming
Doc
streamers?
Brown introducing
I fucking hope not. I won't pick it up.
Surgeon Simulator, only on opening night live. All right, well, if you thought that crossover was kind of crazy, wait until you get a load of this next game announcement that I don't think anyone probably saw coming. Check this out.
I did. 5 weeks ago, I said this was coming out.
Yep.
See, that's what I said. That was coming out. Is that Napoleon Dynamite?
I was gonna ask.
I just thought.
If so, he's not looking good.
Some fucking pocket tots.
Trying to keep my touch safe. God. Eat the freaking food.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, you missed out. You missed
I
out on a whole
much.
era.
I don't know if you did. This is totally The Last of Us 3.
Seems about like it. Did you guys see the new Resident Evil Netflix show? It's supposed to be about Wesker's daughters, and it's a comedy.
No.
That's fucking stupid.
Walking Dead bridge constructor? Really?
Okay, he got me there.
Yeah, I would have never guessed that. Why are we doing this?
I don't know.
They put a lot of work into Napoleon Dynamite walking in a fucking warehouse.
Tonight is just
and having
the start
some honey
of Gamescom
shot on a
2020.
screen.
Over the next 3 days, there are more streams from IGN and Webedia with in-depth looks at games, a digital cosplay contest, and some special new shows just for Gamescom.
Speaking
Your
of the Resident Evil
portal
thing,
for all
I think it's
things
crazy that
Gamescom this year
Netflix is just kind of like
Gamescom
single-handedly
Now, which you can check
going
out
like, we're
at
just gonna make video game content.
Gamescom.global.
Which is cool,
Now,
but
one game you'll
fucking
hear more
Resident
about later
Evil
on
Wesker's
IGN's
Daughters
show is
comedy
this
sounds
one,
stupid as
a
shit.
return
We're gonna
of
talk to
two
Capcom about
classic
that. Though,
characters that
we are getting
love.
Dragon's Dogma.
Check this
I
out.
told Capcom already. I'm never talking to him.
We had words.
Happy Jan.
World gone strange.
Bro, tell me about it. 2020.
Yeah, yell at him.
One elite force stands against the darkness.
Sam and Max? Really?
Yeah.
But even they
Weird.
could use some help.
I have no affinity for them.
Slip on this little
Just-
beauty.
I know of them, but
Yeah,
I've
me
never.
too.
I've played most of them. I think the comedy's probably
I'm blind.
not gonna
It's a little
be for
dated
younger
comedy.
people now, but yeah.
Doesn't mean shit to me.
It's crazy that because, you know, obviously that studio or whatever.
The return of Sam and Max. All right, and now
went
it's
away,
time
and then
to say
people
hello
had to,
to my
like,
wonderful
save certain
co-host for
series out of
ONL
it and stuff,
from
so it's interesting to see
IGN.
that.
Please say hello to Sydney Goodman.
I can't say
I'm
hello.
not gonna fucking do that.
I'm Sydney
You're asking
Goodman,
way
and
too
I am
much.
thrilled to be here.
That's the chick.
Gamescom
She's
is
in
always
everything for
such
some
a
reason.
fun
She doesn't
event,
do
and
anything.
throughout the
Well, she was
show
also
tonight,
at
I'll be
Game
telling you
Awards,
about
which
all the
is
different
also-
ways
That's what I'm
that
saying.
IGN
She's
is involved
everywhere.
in this
She
year's
gives out
festivities.
awards.
She
But first,
she
I
co-ops
have an
with
award to announce.
Jeff.
The winner of Best Nintendo Switch Game
I think IGN's
is Little
fucking
Nightmares 2. Huge
trying
congratulations.
to get in on some shit.
Like I said, IGN is going to be here for all of Gamescom with great shows such as the Gamescom Studio, where you can find me and my co-hosts for all day long games content, interviews, dev talks, and more. Plus, we have Gamescom Awesome Indies, the show with and for
don't
indie
give a single
developers.
fuck.
That premieres Saturday, August 29th
Need to
at
clean my
7 p.m.
keyboard.
Central European Time, so be sure to tune
Same.
in for more announcements and special guests. And now, let's go back to Jeff for our next big
Yeah, go
world
back to
premiere.
Jeff.
Please.
There he is.
Awesome. Thank you so
been
much,
so long.
Sid. We are so excited to see what's
Thank
in
you
the,
for that
the Gamescom
IGN
studio and also
advertisement.
Awesome Indies, and I'm going to be on
Brought to you
the
by-
Daily Show tomorrow.
well, I
so
forgot her
look forward
name
to
already.
that. All right,
Sydney.
well, on to our next game.
See ya,
In the
you
next
forget.
World of Warcraft expansion,
Whoa, that
players
fucking
will
AR
journey
is weird.
beyond the mortal world of Azeroth to a place
That's
where
so
no
neat.
living soul
The
has set foot
Shadowlands.
before. The Shadowlands,
Are you excited?
the afterlife of an entire Warcraft.
I'm excited for people who still play World of
realms
Warcraft.
of the Shadowlands are watched over by different factions known as covenants.
But I mean, I have no affinity for it at this point. Yeah. Apparently, I'm being forced to play this game though.
Live their mortal life, they may end up as part of one of these covenants when they cross over into the Shadowlands. Today, we're excited to give you a closer look at the noble and pure Kyrian Covenant from the realm of Bastion, who are charged with carrying the souls of the dead into the beyond. So sit back and get ready for the world premiere
Is he talking about
of
Raid
Bastion,
Shadow Legends?
the first in Blizzard Entertainment's new 4-part series of animated
Play
shorts
Raid Shadow
called
Legends.
Afterlives. Enjoy.
I need to hit those guys up and be like, dude, I make jokes about you all the time, which is advertising for you, so where the fuck is my check? They're like, who are you? And be like, I was thinking the same thing about you, motherfucker. I've never even seen your game.
I thought they said this was animated. Nope.
It's technically animated.
The dies moved.
What's that? That's Arthas. This is like end of Warcraft 3 stuff, right?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Light, save my soul.
I want to get lost in your rock and roll.
Uther.
Where am I?
I like the art style.
Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the ascended.
Yeah.
Serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that
So is there any excitement for this expansion, or are people going into it angry?
Darkness was sealed within the maw.
I've heard positive.
Yeah, that's what I feel like I've been hearing too.
I've heard people are somewhat excited for it.
Yeah.
But they're cautious.
My people and my king, he must be punished.
I do think, and obviously I'm way out of the loop, so my opinion really just doesn't matter, but I think a lot of that caution comes from, I can't remember what expansion it was, but one of them was just like really bad, and so like people ever since then have just been cautious constantly.
It's one of the recent ones. Anyone who plays these regularly is going to be like, they don't know what the fuck we're talking about. 100% I don't know anything of what the fuck I'm talking about. But one of the recent expansions, we saw it in our Discord. People were gone for like 2 weeks. They're like, oh my god, I gotta go play it. And they were like just gone. And then one of our community members showed up, and I was like, hey, I haven't heard about blah blah lately. And they're like, fuck that shit. And I was like, oh yeah? And they're like, yeah, no one likes it. I'm like, oh, I had no idea. I didn't hear that. They're like, yeah, that's real bad.
By mistake.
I was like, well, goddamn, people went from fucking super excited to I hate this shit real fast.
Hear such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways. Trust the path.
This is the way.
Devos, how long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade?
Let me poke it.
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student. He betrayed us all.
Show me.
That's mine.
The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible. The Maw is inescapable. You must return to the path.
If he had purged his life, we never would have known of this calamity. The path is flawed.
Enough! The order of the Shadowlands depends on the execution of our eternal charge. You will abandon this course.
As you command, my Archon.
This is a question of people watching as well, but if you found out that they were either going to make a WoW 2 or continue WoW, which would you prefer?
The time of your ascension has come.
I don't really have a preference.
I think I'd be excited for a WoW 2.
Do you wish to see him punished?
I do.
Then prepare yourself.
I mean, it's cool they're still supporting the game. I always like that, but I think it'd be more exciting if Blizzard made a brand new MMO.
The moment he falls, we will claim him.
I see. Only darkness.
I thought he was already dead.
Arthas?
Yeah.
No, not that I know of.
Now, cast
They bring him back or some shit?
Return
He's like
him
undead.
to the darkness
He's just
he
trapped inside his
served.
body, if I
His
recall right.
Eternal suffering.
Yeah, be very careful
Yeah, I'll
with
say
that
I know.
lore.
I'm
Don't pronounce any names, and don't be sure of anything.
yeah, just
Remember what
again, just kind of confused because I could have sworn
and take
was
your
defeated and someone took his place, and of course. And
Oh,
like,
I think this is the events as he was defeated. This is what happened to his spirit.
Yeah, keep up that lore, dude.
yeah, I'm not really. Once the pandas existed, I just stopped caring.
Pandas. All right, I'm out. That was pretty cool. It doesn't mean a whole lot to me just because I'm not invested in the game, but
All right, hope
yeah,
you
that was
guys
neat.
enjoyed that exclusive look at Bastion.
I-
Now, we know many of you
I
can't
don't
wait
agree.
to experience Shadowlands.
Only because
and our friends at Blizzard want you to know
when I hear
the wait
Blizzard, I
is almost
want like those beautiful CG movies they make, and we got a slideshow
Storyboard.
presented as a animation. So, like story-wise and stuff like that, and the voice acting and all that, that was all great, but like that was barely animated. So it's kind of unfortunate, obviously, in my opinion. See, this is more exciting to me than that short was.
That's pretty decent for an older game.
Well, I know they've done it, and I'm sure it's been a couple now, but I know that they've done at least one graphical overhaul to the game, at least. So,
Well, in each expansion, they're going to be starting from the ground up with making new models and areas like that. I'm sure they're going to increase the what they can do with
October
yeah.
27th.
A lot of these people
it
too
is official,
have
and we
the-
have so
these
much more
advantages of
opening
having
night
newer
live
engines that
still
they
to
can
go
actually,
for you.
like,
Ratchet and Clank, PlayStation
upgrade the graphics
5,
engine on and stuff too.
Much
so.
more. Stay tuned. All right. But now it's time for the announcement of a new
Unlike,
universe that
like
is
your
coming
Final
to
Fantasy
gaming for the
11
first
is a good
time
example
with
of
a
something that's
project
just
from a Canadian
stuck
studio. Check
with
this out.
PS2 graphics for the rest of its life.
Canadian studio, you say?
They corrupted, divided, conquered.
I'm sleepy. I'm just gonna take a nap
Until
here.
finally,
Warhammer.
the gates of the celestial realm were thrown open. Our
Oh
last
yeah, I saw them
remaining
talking about this on
hope,
Twitter.
the Stormcast
On the
Eternals.
Twitter.
Vengeance made manifest. Unbound.
what the dead have ravaged.
What's the game?
I don't know. That's a very good question.
2021.
Now, you guys may remember back in June, I had some masked fun with my buddy Crash Bandicoot announcing Crash 4 It's About Time. With the game coming in October, Crash, of course, had to come back for opening night live. So let's bring him out, everybody. Crash Bandicoot. What? He's where?
Dude, that mask.
It's a big one. I ain't protecting shit. Those fucking eyes, dude, he's scary.
Just dead eyes.
Cares enough to wear a mask, but fucking doesn't know where the hell he is.
The mask is touching his eyes, and that really bothers me. That'd be so painful.
One of my masks, if I wear it for too long, it starts going up under my, like, cause I have big ass eyes. So
Mine
it's going
does
under my
that.
eyelids and shit. And I have to like pull it down a little
Constantly going like this to get it
I
off
think it
my
also doesn't
eyeballs.
help I have a beard too, so it can't go under my chin. So it just kind of sits on my face and goes up.
For sure.
Poor Crash apparently didn't get the memo about Gamescom. But to tell us more about what we just saw, I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob. Lou, what did we see there with Crash and the Gamescom bot?
Apparently you saw him wandering around Cologne, but what he was hinting at was kind of our reveal of what we call flashback tapes, which are a brand new style of level that we are announcing here today.
Okay, so how do these flashback levels kind of play into the overall Crash 4 narrative?
Chris loves it.
Yeah, so the way that the flashback tape levels work is that they are kind of a peek back in time to the 90s when Neo Cortex was actually testing on Crash and Coco before the events of Crash Bandicoot 1. And they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've made, and they're really hard, and they're really awesome, and they're super creative, and we can't wait to get people's hands on them.
Yeah, no, I got to play a demo of this a few weeks ago, and that was a challenge. So I can't imagine how nefarious these are. How are they going to be sort of integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
Sure. So players actually have to collect the flashback tapes in the levels themselves. They're an object that they can pick up, and to actually pick them up, they have to reach them in the level without dying. It's kind of our homage to the death routes from the original trilogy. So players have to reach these objects in the level, pick them up, and then once they get them, they'll get access to these unique levels.
Seeing a lot of these games come
beyond
back.
the pure challenge, what other fun? How are these fun for players to kind of experience, and what do they get to do in them?
Sure.
It's funny because gaming's so healthy right now in like the amount of like sequels, new IPs, and returning things that doesn't bother me. But then I look at like what the movie industry is a fucking mess. But
we know and love about the franchise.
But the amount of just reboots and remakes of fucking everything, and I can't let them make original shit.
This is the moment
it's
when
crazy.
Cortex
So it's just funny how like they could get away with that
about the prospect of Crash
if they
being
had
on his team,
new fresh shit coming out, and people are like, well,
by
all
Cortex,
the ideas are
and so
taken,
this is
blah blah,
a
like
weird
not
point
in
in time
gaming.
that's never really been explored in the games.
There's
before.
a fucking. I can't. I don't have enough time in my life to play all the games I want to play.
Yeah, no shit.
There's too many fucking games.
We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom opening night live.
Where are you going?
I have become terror.
It's that Square Enix game.
The unseen predator. A rupture.
I don't know. I only heard one person talk about it, and they said it was fun, so.
Alone, the hordes of Enoch will fall before me. But together, this entire planet will fear us. The anomaly
I didn't look like it feared anybody.
It'll learn.
This thing looked like it was like, God damn it, I hate you whippersnappers. Fuck off my planet. You have no idea how fucking annoyed I am with
you. We will find the source. Whatever it holds. Whatever it takes.
Guy was running like he was chafing or something. Kind of reminds me if they like brought back brute force or something from the from the People Can Fly. Are those the same guys who made? Oh no! Chevy will look.
Welcome to the hyperscape. Enter a contender.
Man, I remember when people talked about that for about 3 hours one day, and I haven't heard from them since. I played this game too. And I was pretty just not giving a fuck about it.
They made
Time to fight.
Yeah, it is.
Well, they didn't make Fortnite.
Mm-hmm. They worked on it.
Oh, that soccer show.
It's the same people that made the game I'm thinking of.
Bulletstorm?
Yep. I knew it.
Painkiller. Yeah, so they've
made shooters.
Yeah, and then they've assisted with the Gears of War games, Fortnite, and Infinity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cliffy B worked with them before he left Epic.
Tsubasa.
Welcome
Captain.
to Necromunda. I can see you're new here. Let me get you up to
Man, that
speed.
Focus Entertainment's
The
fucking
Underhive's
everywhere
named
now.
A sprawl of humanity
Warhammer
suffering
again.
away like ants.
Yeah.
Deep underground where
Apparently
we ain't
Warhammer's
causing
just gonna
trouble
make
but a rich
700
boys and
games a year
girls.
now.
None of
They
that
have
how
been
bad we
for
are.
years.
And do we
It's
ever
crazy how
make
many
some
fucking
noise?
Warhammer
Every
fucking games there are.
says they could shoot the tail off a lashwork and they'd splash your
Is this
head from 20
the
paces for saying they
40K
couldn't.
like
I don't want
Vermintide?
to say immortal, but when their armor, blood,
don't
skin,
know.
and will are of
Yeah,
iron,
I'm not sure.
it's a
Hasn't
potent
said the name
combo.
yet.
Why would someone like you want to know about an all-female gang?
I don't know, it keeps having like
psychopaths,
factions, so
drug
it might not.
dealers, killers,
I don't know if it's a
cloners,
Vermintide game.
Oh,
It's an arena.
makes sense.
Shooter, just one.
And Escher will
Yeah.
cut you up just for the fun of it. Goliaths are big. That's it. Anything smaller than them doesn't deserve to live. And they're just as happy filling you with lead as they are smashing you to pieces with a power maul. Now, mixing that whole pot together in a place like this, you can imagine what happens. Chaos, gang warfare, for wealth, for power, hell, sometimes just for fun. So, think you're ready? Necromunda Under High Wars comes to PlayStation
Okay, so yeah,
4,
3
Xbox One, and
Warhammer
PC
games
on
coming out right
September
now.
8th.
There's more. They release them like
dos
every like
jogos,
2 months.
além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e realistas, eu acho que também se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e sendo usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future of gaming to be quite bright
Back to the
and
streamers.
quite online.
The next generation of console will clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games, I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do with the medium.
Pro futuro dos games, eu vejo uma evolução obviamente gráfica, mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira com a qual a gente interage com os games, tudo em busca de experiências mais imersivas.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I love about opening night is that we can show you the biggest games in the industry and also smaller titles that should be on your radar. So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of two in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years, developer Dennis Gustafsson has built his own game engine to realize his vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight. I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch. Teardown.
I feel like when he said teardown, he just activated like a CIA sleeper cell on accident. So you guys watching this is like, I gotta kill somebody. It's weird because it's voxel based, but it's like smaller voxels, so like
it allows for some neat scenery.
Yeah, it looks decent, and it looks like it has ray tracing.
I'm kind of digging the visuals.
It looks neat.
Yeah.
Sadly, this is probably one of the more neat looking games I've seen so far.
Agreed. This is
honestly the effects and physics are the most impressive thing.
Yeah. This is interesting.
The fire, though, that's so realistic thrown up against these voxels.
Yeah, it's definitely retraced. You can tell by just all the lighting effects traveling through stuff like the fog in the air and shit. It's interesting looking. I'll definitely keep an eye on that one.
Yes.
Last year at Opening Night Live, we announced Little Nightmares 2 to the world.
Ew, don't make
well,
them
the
grow
team at
next to you.
Tarsier Studios hasn't shown anything since,
These
but
are
that
my
changes
minions.
right now.
These
Here
my
is a
babies.
first look at the gameplay of Little Nightmares 2, which is coming next February.
They were Little Nightmares,
with
and they
more to
got
come
fucking
throughout the
medium-sized
week at
nightmares.
Gamescom, including a live demo on Gamescom Studio tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That's one of them anime games, huh?
It's the anime.
All right, thank you.
Damn him, Baby Nightmare. That seems like a safe thing to do.
Creepy. Oh.
Looks neat.
Co-op, maybe?
Seems like it.
I'm assuming so, yeah.
I've never played the first one.
Yeah, bye.
And I won't be.
It's a 2D platformer.
Yeah. You lost me in platformer. I won't even play Ori.
You did play Ori.
Yeah. And then it got very platformy and I stopped playing.
Very platformy.
Not the Slender Man.
It's his cousin, the Slim Man.
I will say it is very visually neat.
It's cool looking,
game,
yeah. A lot of cool effects going on there. February 2021. Holy shit.
Ain't that far away. Is
I'm
this like
WWE
cartoony
Hall of
looking
Famer
one?
Jerry the King
He's
Lawler,
alive?
and I'm reuniting with my old buddy Ronaldo to bring you all the
There's two
over-the-top
people I thought were
action
dead.
in WWE
Fucking shown in this so far. That's weird.
Except for that guy barely looks different.
Yeah, he looks like he's like
This is
50
great.
something.
This arcade-style video game is over-the-top outrageous, with
I don't
over
like the
70
proportions.
WWE superstars and legends brawling it out like never before.
They all thick.
Oh no! Hold on to your
Well, it's just like they slightly increase the size of their heads, but only slightly.
Well, I'd say all their bodies are chunk, man.
You know, I'm a little more old school than Morrow, so I can't wait to see these WWE
Yeah.
legends
It's
teach
like a
these kids a thing
off-brand
or two.
doll.
You know what? Here's a closer look at the insane
You were
action.
just having issues right
It's
now.
a great evening for WWE action. Oh, wow. Take that, Morrow. Man, it's so good to see the Bella Twins at their best. Now, let's keep this party rolling with another matchup. Oh, look out, Morrow. The Undertaker has risen, and Finn Balor is about to be taken for his last ride. Mamma mia, what a move! Finish him! Oh, no! He just hit the snooze button! How do you lose like that? What's the matter with you, legends. This is just an example of the pandemonium that you're going to experience when you head to the battlegrounds. Woo,
Oh,
that's a big
pandemonium.
toy hammer. Oh, I can't believe my eyes. Seth
I do
Rollins
like
delivers
the
stuff. What a night. What a night.
as they said,
This is the
arcadey
greatest thing I've
nature of
ever
it.
seen. Pre-order WWE 2K Battlegrounds today and brawl without limits.
Again, interesting to see games that kind of like harken back to like 32, 64-bit era style gaming.
Hello again. I have even more awards to announce, so let's get right down to it. The winner of Best Action Adventure Game is Watch Dogs Legion.
The city needs a resistance.
It won
What do you say?
an award versus who, by who. The game's not out.
The first one was not out either.
But it's the IGN.
The first one.
Because the Nightmares 2 was the first winner.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So they're doing like it seems like they're giving awards to games that aren't even out yet.
They're doing IGN awards.
Oh, IGN's doing something I don't respect. That makes sense.
The winner of Best Multiplayer Game is Operation Tango.
Operation Tango. It takes two to save the world.
Aha.
What a waste of my time.
I used to be an explorer.
The winner
Same.
of Best Indie Game is Curious Expedition 2.
I am curious about that one.
Did not
I like the
believe
visual
what
style.
I had witnessed.
That's how they get you.
Old
Call it
school.
curious
It was
exploration.
time
You
for
get
the
curious
world
about it.
to learn my name.
Congratulations to all the winners. As I mentioned,
Why?
IGN will be here for all of Gamescom with great shows and new ways for you to get all your gaming news. Check it out.
No.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart of gaming, and you can keep to the beat right here on IGN. We've turned
No.
the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up to the second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late night talk show, our Gamescom Awesome Indies Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming, and finally the Gamescom Best of Show,
Gamescom show,
including the
showing the
Gamescom
show of the
Award.
showing shows.
Gamescom 2020 is available on IGN and wherever you
Jesus
stream
Christ.
Gamescom Now.
And now it is time
Jeff,
to
don't do
talk
this to
about
me
that
again.
best action game winner, Star Wars Squadrons. This is a new immersive space combat game from Motive Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pilot fantasy. We've missed those. In Squadrons,
I
you'll
think our
suit up
warning
and
in
fly for
Discord
both the
was,
New Republic and the
pretty
Galactic
accurate.
Empire
Yeah, me
across
too.
intense 5v5 multiplayer
Shout out to the
battles,
person in the
as well as an
Discord part of this
all-new
community
authentic
who,
single-player story set after the events of
made a
Star
pretty
Wars
bold
Episode
claim
6,
that I think was pretty
Return of the
accurate.
Jedi.
Pretty accurate, yeah.
Today, we'll
Yep.
get a glimpse at what
Yep.
Squadron's story has to offer by taking a brief look at one of the single-player missions featuring some light narration.
Shout
by
out to my
Motive
boy
Team.
Jeff,
Let's
though,
check it out.
for putting all his energy into this.
To everything it does.
Yeah. Because he's really selling this, but the stuff they're showing is just
Or dark.
whatever.
Especially that space wizard.
She is too.
Destroy Alderaan in order to spread fear and douse the fires of rebellion.
Think you killed me?
But the
Fuck
heroic
that.
pilots
I
of the
fly through
Rebel
space
Alliance
now.
have chosen to keep fighting.
If I put my hand out like this,
We are not afraid.
I follow my hand.
It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's reign and brought about our new republic. However,
That nerd.
The Empire lives on, shattered though it may be. As I speak, Imperial forces are edging toward the Bormia sector, hoping to end our new republic before we find our footing. As their empire collapses,
I'm pretty stoked
they
to play this,
try
though.
to tighten their grip.
Are you?
But the galaxy
Yeah.
is changing, and you can be a part
I like
of
ship
it.
combat.
With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end.
But you could play Microsoft Flight
Make a
Simulator.
choice.
I did
Fly
play
to
it.
the new republic.
It was
Change our
horrifying.
galaxy.
Because it's not like flying
I'm
around,
Suzanne
pull
Hunka,
back,
narrative
fly up,
producer
fly
on
down.
Star
It's
Wars
like
Squadrons.
small adjustments.
Our
Turn this on, turn that
single-player
off.
story is one
Fucking
of
make sure you
daring
balance that
pilots
correctly.
No,
Make sure you get the right
no,
coordinates.
don't push the button.
That game is fucking gorgeous, though.
Gladly, Admiral
It's like 7,000
Over
gigs,
the
isn't
course
it?
of the story,
Beautiful.
you'll
Way
fly
more
as
than
two
that.
pilots
Way
on
more. It's like
opposite sides of the war.
terabytes. I forgot the
And,
actual number of
like
it.
all modes in Star Wars
There's a mode
Squadrons,
you can install and
you'll have
play,
the
and then
option
there's
to
like the
experience
ultimate
every
mode where it's
mission
streaming
fully
information
immersed
from
in
their
VR.
servers.
Wedge until
It also has a version
Rogue
where you can have live weather.
I was able to finally get
so the weather's actually happening in real life.
Today,
like when I flew from
SeaTac,
it was like nighttime like this.
Enemy lines.
It was really neat because you look around, there's just vehicles driving and stuff on
discovered vital intelligence on Project
You're taking off, you can see like all Seattle and shit. Like this is fucking weird.
From an orbital outpost above Hosni and Prime.
And then there's these dorks on Twitter who are calling
where
all of Twitter. There's all these people on Twitter who fucking call people who like flight simmers. So like the flight simmers. And I'm like, the game just came out. You motherfuckers haven't called anyone a flight simmer before this. They were real quick to be like, the flight simmers.
I must make a name for them.
I must categorize. Yeah, because some guy's like, hey, all you guys got is fucking Flight Simulator to be excited for. And then someone else is like, hey, who the fuck's playing Flight Simulator? I'm like, a bunch of people?
Since the beginning of time, yeah. Imagine having a passion for something and someone gives enough shits to fucking make something to romanticize that passion.
That's giving it way too much credit. That's just fucking yeah, just imagine making something that people enjoy playing.
Who else is making these games?
Master all 8 starfighters and join the galaxy's finest.
I'm just saying, fucking just imagine making something fun that people want to play. That's good enough for me.
I would like to imagine that, but I've been sitting here a long time and getting
setting a trap in the Xavian abyss.
Not a video I want to
story
watch.
of these
Game I
rival
want to play.
squadrons will push the war to the brink and define the galaxy for years to come. I look forward to seeing you in combat October 2nd.
I want to play Ace Combat now. Pilots wanted.
That is not all EA has to share from a galaxy far, far away today at Star Wars Galaxy Edge.
I wonder how many microtransactions it's going to cost you to play that game.
Or extra expansion packs for The Sims.
On a run to Smuggler's Cove.
6.
This incredible adventure at Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort that inspired The Sims' latest
Yeah, I
game
heard you say it, and they're like, make it a, he thinks he's fucking got us. You underestimate my power. Jesus Christ, what is this? Is this Sims?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I fucking knew it. I thought that was something else for a second. She's like, oh, wow.
I think she thinks so too.
That's my weekend right there.
See?
Well, you can't come to Disneyland right now, but you sure as fuck can think about it.
I've been there.
Why, Genie? You got a fucking pink R2D2? Schupaza?
Ja, Wuppertisch now.
I've been there too. Weird.
Now everyone.
Did you drink the blue milk?
No, that's outside. But in the bar, I did have a couple different drinks. It is really sad though. They put you at a 2-drink limit. Then of course you can go across to California Adventure and drink as much as you want. So
this is fucking stupid. I mean, that's kind of... See, that's a little more interesting. But just going to Disneyland, who gives a shit?
That's dangerous. Put that down. You have guests. You want them to leave the way they came.
There is even more Star Wars to come later in the
Chris
show.
got a face
Lego
on him
Star
like I could be
Wars,
playing
the
Dream Daddy
Skywalker
right
Saga
now.
is up, and as we move into our second hour, we've got Fall Guys
Second
Season
hour?
2 still to come.
How many hours you got
Reveal of
planned,
that,
dog?
which I can't wait for you guys to see. And of course, a gameplay demo of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. But right now, you might remember this next game from Annapurna Interactive from last year's Microsoft E3 event. And today, I'm excited to share a new announcement from the team. This interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop is one of this year's most intriguing indie titles, and now they've added an absolutely all-star cast to the game. Here's a whole new look at 12 minutes.
Wasn't this one cool looking? I'm pretty sure. This is like the top-down room thing,
All right,
maybe?
Close your eyes.
No.
I want you to think of a flower.
I remember.
So far.
Yeah.
Towards
I
its
knew it.
curves. Now I want you to imagine it changing.
This one looks really cool.
Moving backward, returning to its bud. Think of that bud, unopened. Look at it as a whole. Then silently
I love
repeat
how much work
these
they put into the
phrases.
animations in a game that
May
you're
you
watching
be
from
free
above.
from suffering.
For sure.
It's really
May
neat.
you be free from fear. May you know peace and joy.
Willem Dafoe.
Groundhog's Day.
Pretty cool. I'm pretty into it.
That's going to be a really
He
special
look-
indie game. So glad to announce
He
that
looks
here
smug
on the
as
show.
fuck.
Now, last year at the Game Awards, we announced Godfall, a new looter shooter
Like
coming to
someone smelled
PlayStation
some, like,
5 and
farts,
PC for
like,
Counterplay.
maybe.
Tonight, we've got a quick sneak peek
A
of one of
looter
the new Valor
shooter?
plates with more footage
Yeah.
coming as part of Gamescom
Yeah, but with
2020.
melee.
Check this
Shooting.
Look. It's a genre.
What's shooting? Launching objects through propulsion? Couldn't you say
Fucking
that
Mothman.
the hand is the propulsion of the sword going through somebody? Shooting?
Oh, that person's shooting.
That's what I'm saying.
Was that it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That was quick.
Oh yeah. Chris, don't
we
ask
have
questions.
much more O&L
Just
to
enjoy.
come. Exclusive
Did I
looks
just
at Lego
stroke
Star
out?
Wars, the Skywalker
I feel like that
Saga,
3 different times now.
Fall Guys Season 2.
Fall
Until you
Guys.
see what the Mediatonic guys are up to, and so much more. But first, I'm sure you saw that earlier this week, Heart of Deimos, Warframe's newest expansion, was released on PC,
Yes.
Xbox, and PS4. And today, it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look
You
at
gotta
Heart
see
of
the-
I
Deimos.
forgot it's on Switch.
It's on everything, man. It's crazy.
That's good.
Expand, explore, tear the veil asunder, subvert new territory to our sovereign will. But that was what it wanted too. It raged unchecked through metal, bone.
What the fuck is that?
Gold baby.
Life. We are infested with it.
What? Visitors?
Now,
God damn.
the
I know
gateway
that
is
thing.
filling.
I'm so far behind in this, like, I can't even really comment on too much.
The
Look at all the
final
stuff.
heartbeat.
That's the new
Yeah,
frame.
that makes no sense to me anymore.
They're slicing, they're shooting. The gold babying.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
But before we fall,
Yeah, that's the new Warframe that uses the power of the void.
scream. There is one who will hear the
I've seen that
heart
all over Twitter.
of day.
Yeah.
Like the new mom or some shit.
So many people have been discovering or rediscovering video games during lockdown, whether it be
You know what this reminds me of?
older people
It reminds me
or
of
boring
or
stuff.
teenagers
the,
or
the
middle-aged
Facebook
parents who
gaming,
suddenly
but it's
find
usually
they
like
have
something that's supposed to be
do
like
something together
inspirational
with
or
their
for like
kids.
disabled gamers and stuff, and
I
actually
think I've
has
given
like
out more advice about
some
video
purpose.
games in 2020
This
than
is just
any
people who
other
make money
time
off playing
ever.
video games getting
And
another chance to
as a
advertise
result,
themselves.
It's more important than ever that we keep making different, interesting things for folks to
Yeah,
play.
so boring.
A pandemia pela qual a gente está passando tem sido período difícil a
But it
todos.
represents
Então,
gamers.
nesse momento, eu acho que a gente precisa lembrar de mostrar mais empatia, demonstrar mais amor, mais carinho e saber que a gente vai sair dessa juntos. Vai ser difícil, mas isso tudo vai passar.
I hope everybody gets healthy and safely through this coronavirus time. Care about other people and wear your masks.
Jogos são, na minha opinião pessoal, a forma
That
de
guy
arte
literally
mais
was just like,
incrível
you know, I really
de se
wish people
expressar.
just wouldn't
Eles
murder
englobam
people
tudo.
because murder's
Música,
bad.
arte, escrita.
Okay,
e você
thanks.
tem a
I'm
chance
glad.
de
I'm glad we got
controlar
that
e vivenciar
said.
essas experiências você mesmo.
Contributed so much.
mágico.
Thank you.
Yeah, we all learned a lot from you.
Jogos são por amor.
How many more of those do we have? 2?
Hopefully none. I hope that's over.
I'm thinking 2.
I hope we never see those people ever again.
But think of the streamers.
I never do. They're never on my radar.
This seems like, so far it looks like a children's TV show.
This is an updated version of that rapping minigame in Jackbox.
That'd be cool.
Oh my god.
That'd be cool. I'd fucking hype level for me would be high.
This is a Switch game.
I'm always aware of your current position. I just hold on to the perfect condition. Coming alive. Heated or not. Now is the time.
Came to a fist fight with a gun.
Also generic looking. They made a second one of that? Where'd they get the money?
I don't even remember the first one. The crossover.
I feel like they made a deal with the Mafia to get that game made.
It's everything.
Like, I feel like someone's kid is being held somewhere till they
All right,
make the money
guys,
back.
we're back officially into hour 2. We've got an hour more of great stuff to show you.
Wow.
Destiny 2 Beyond
Fucking
the
more
Night Stages. You're
hour?
going to see a brand new look
Jesus.
at that. Fall Guys Season 2 and Ratchet & Clank for PlayStation 5.
He's really
and
trying to keep us
so
here
much
for an
more
hour
across
by
the next
fucking
hour.
talking about those two things
Opening
over
Night
and
Live
over again.
continues, and it just is the start of Gamescom 2020. But right now, on September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition launches, a comprehensive,
want it.
built from the ground up remake of the original Mafia. Tonight, we've got the exclusive debut of the next trailer called A Life of Reward Too Big to Ignore, which deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime family. Check this out.
All these guys in this room, they're here because they have the only
These
thing that
fucking
matters
guys.
to me. The only thing
The
that should matter to
chutzpah.
any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
They're loyal.
That's right.
One day you're busting your back, doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat.
So this is a
Extra stuff in your pockets
remake,
full of
right?
Salieri's
Yeah,
dirty
ground
money.
up. What I've read so far is it feels like a brand new Mafia game.
Teach these boys a lesson.
Except for it's the first game
Break
story.
every bone in their bodies.
You want me to become one of those Wall Street boys? Don't sass me, Tommy.
Is that Fauci?
I'm trying to teach
Yeah.
you the ropes. So you
Just
don't
Not
get
caught, not wearing a mask again.
Now you stay straight with me.
Keep catching
You're gonna
him.
be living the high life, Tom. You abuse my trust.
Don Salieri. You won't ever need to worry about me.
I'm stoked because
Okay, then.
the first game came out so much
Welcome to the family.
Came out so far long ago before Mafia 2 came out that they don't really feel like the same games. They just have to do with Mafia shit, which is fine because the sequel was like, oh, we're gonna make like a really good game now. But then
Next,
3
we're going to
came out,
introduce
feels
you
like
to a
2 but not as
turn-based
good.
multiplayer strategy
So to kind of catch up the
from a
first
team
game
in
to the
Montreal,
gameplay
Canada.
that we're kind of used to of
Lemnis
what
Game
Mafia
is
is,
coming in early
I think it's smart.
2021 and has a unique
Because Mafia 2 is
mechanic
fantastic.
built around
It's
a
just had no replay
25-second
value.
time
And
loop.
Mafia 3 had
Check this out.
no play value after 3 hours. Played good though. I enjoyed playing it. I just, you do the same shit over and over again. Oh, it's that weird turn-based fucking shooter.
Like 25
Yeah.
seconds, I think it said.
Yeah.
And it's else to turn.
I have a feeling it's it sounds like a neat concept. I feel like they probably won't nail it. My turn?
No.
Next spring, get ready to experience memorable moments and non-stop action from all 9 Star Wars films in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. The entire series has been reimagined with new, fun-filled LEGO humor, and now we've got your first look at the gameplay trailer.
Didn't they make this game 20 years ago?
Thought so.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
I want to learn the ways of the Force. Hey, it's me, fucking Luke Skywalker.
The Force is unusually strong with him. That much is clear.
Don't make me use the fucking Force.
By the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Who's this broad?
That boy is our last hope. There is another.
He's gonna grow.
I'm from the
Ew.
Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me. We need your help.
Oh, now we're moving into fan fiction territory, huh? I bet their choreography in that scene was better than the fucking movie.
Probably.
It's amazing that there's a Star Wars movie out that I just have not seen.
The Force will be with you.
I just don't care. What a sad world we're living in.
Punch it!
Not him, the Falcon.
Nah, punch him again.
See my post on Twitter about that dude?
Yeah.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.
Solid plan. I feel so annoyed at Disney right now.
Man, Lego Star Wars looks so fun, coming to next gen as well. All right, we'll be right
That was
back
next
with
gen,
more
huh?
world premieres from huge new games like
graphics.
Ratchet and
No,
Clank,
it's just coming
Rift
to
Apart,
next gen.
Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond,
That's what I
and
wanna see.
Destiny 2. But before that, here's a look at a game that is launching tonight on Nintendo Switch and Steam. It's called Struggling from Frontier, a fun
wanna get the
physics-based
clip of
platformer where
Chris
two
fucking
players
yawning just
control
now.
Troy, our fleshy hero.
Just throw that
Check
on
this
Twitter
out,
like, hey,
and remember,
we
play
watched
this tonight.
your video. This is goddamn Hippo.
It's a Switch game. Damn. Sonic Spinball?
All these forced Red Bull ads.
They gotta make their money.
Oh, I'm so stoked for this.
Ah.
I saw this, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Took the fuck out of this one. Apparently they're adding shit to it too, which is cool.
Really?
Yeah. At least that's what I read. Let's see if they say something.
2 new civilizations.
Yeah. It's just cool you can take an old game, re-release it, and add content to it.
Yeah.
The Swedes.
The Swedes.
That's cool.
Alright.
Cool.
Where are we? We're near Little Hope. Did you hear that?
What more proof is needed that the devil walks
I'm
among
sadly
us in Little Hope?
excited to play this.
Just the last one not good though.
The last one was awful. And the one before that was okay. Like, I just think the potential of what they're doing with these games is neat. I like that they're doing an anthology series. Because Until Dawn I liked, fucking... but Man of Medan was fucking... that shit was a joke.
That is some music for some racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're overselling it.
I think they're recycling the Age of Empires 3 music right now.
Yeah, I don't think the track changed.
I gotta say, the game that I've given the most hours to.
I told you. I fucking told you.
I have to say, since Origins came out, this new reboot of Assassin's Creed, so to speak, that was my first time getting into it, and I have put almost 400 hours into Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
At the moment, I enjoy to play Fall Guys with my friends. It's very funny, easy to learn, but hard to master.
I have a few games that I binge play, games that I return to every year. Halo, the entire Master Chief Collection, is really a big one for me where that's concerned. But I also still just casually binge Animal Crossing, and I've been doing that basically all year.
I haven't put down Animal Crossing since I downloaded it. I find the daily repetitive rhythm so soothing and predictable. Although, much like my house, my island is still a complete tip.
Up next, we have the award for Best Microsoft Xbox Game. And the winner is Tell Me Why. Congratulations to Don't Not Entertainment.
Tell me why.
Well, after a big day of Gamescom events and announcements, you'll be happy to know that IGN is going to help you digest all that info with Gamescom Daily Show, where you can get all the daily highlights and the
Apologize to my whole community that our 2-week return
Back to you,
is
Jeff.
this. But I promise
Thank you very much, Sid.
episodes are coming.
And by the way, congratulations to Don't
We got
Nod
Plus
for,
Club coming
Tell Me
up.
Why,
We got
a
Game of
really
the Month coming up.
important
Chevy's
game
picking the
that is out
game.
now that you can
Yeah.
play,
We don't know what it's going to be. Tasty Tuesday. I fucking hope. We'll
as we know, there's
be
a
on
lot
Tuesday.
going on in the world,
and
that goes beyond the pandemic.
Tasty Cast,
between
normal
social
Tasty
conflicts
Cast. It's going to be
we're seeing
fun.
in the news and acts of nature, we can see how vulnerable we as people can sometimes be. And now I think it's as important time as ever to remember to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching tonight. I know we're all here because we love games, and we know that games are
My brain
good in
is
the world
just
that can bring us
finding
together.
ways
I think
to
we've
stay
all felt that
on.
in 2020. So I think that's
I think
really
mine
important
just
to
needs
remember
caffeine,
amongst all the
I'm
games
about to go
and
get
trailers.
caffeine.
All right. Well, one way as a community we can come together to do some good is the Gamescom Forest. Gamescom has launched a reforestation project by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community. Gamers worldwide can go to gamescom.global and donate to plant more trees. So let's plant a forest together. All right, well, now we're going to move on to another game, and this one was announced back in May. Chorus is a dark space combat shooter where players take control of Nara on a quest to destroy the dark cult that created her, featuring rich, ray-traced 4K 60 FPS environments on next-gen hardware.
Right now?
Here is the first look at gameplay from Chorus.
Featuring modern, standard fucking graphics and performance. We promise.
You have broken. We promise modern game for you.
We promise to match the standards of what's expected of us in modern times.
Yeah. So, like, this is ship? Is that what's happening?
Is this Everspace 2?
It might be. Everspace 2 is actually pretty cool when I played it. Did you try it one? I played the first one. It was like, felt generic, I guess, but I played the second one. It felt like it kind of had a little bit more, I don't know, identity, I guess.
So you are the ship. You're a living weapon ship.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't think this is Everspace.
I am not the ship.
Yeah, I don't know why you gotta fucking do you boy like that.
That looks okay.
It looks whatever. Looks fucking generic. I'm sure it's fine.
How many crowns have you won?
Zero.
If one game has
None.
defined the summer of 2020, it absolutely is Fall Guys from Mediatonic in London and Devolver. This game is setting records and putting a much-needed smile on everyone's face. Fall Guys, I think, represents our industry at its absolute best. Well, soon the Fall Guys experience will evolve with Season 2. There's a lot of new stuff coming in tonight.
He posts a daily
Mediatonic is about to give you an exclusive sneak peek at what's next. Get ready. I think the internet
why is a representative
about
of
to
Sony
freak out.
so,
Here it is, Fall Guys
pushing
Season 2.
the game so much?
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm the lead game designer on Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and I just want to reach out and say thank you to everyone who's been playing and enjoying the game so far. As a team, we've been looking at all the fan arts, the memes, and the montages that people have been posting online, and the response to the game has really blown us away. Today, we just wanted to give everyone their first sneak peek at the rounds and the costumes that they can be enjoying as part of Fall Guys Season 2.
Probably.
In Season 2, you'll be dressing your Fall Guy as a medieval hero and competing across brand new rounds inspired by epic
Keep noticing that you're talking lower than the fucking everything that's going on, so I'm hoping this, or most of the people are going to hear you.
Game, show, glory.
That's interesting. Oh yeah. Those are all way better than what the fuck's in the game right now. I like that it's themed.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's like pretty standard for a lot of games with seasons that have a theme, but that this game is its own thing. It's just interesting.
I also like that you can move parts of the map.
We hope you enjoyed the sneak peek of Fall Guys Season 2. We're still adding the finishing touches to development, but if you want to
That
stay
guy
up to
lives
date,
with his
then
parents.
Fall Guys Game on Twitter is where you want to be. See you on the start line.
Well, they're set for life.
Yeah, he's still living with them.
Why not?
Like, hey, now that you've made a huge successful game and you've made millions, are you gonna move out? He's like, no.
Has Colorado in the palm of his hand, and he's afraid to close his fist. I am not.
I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh, XCOM.
It looks like XCOM.
It is. It's XCOM. Even if they call it something else, it's XCOM.
Liberty's got more brains
So you'll
and
never hit
cunning
anything.
than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. She's already tried.
Except for
once.
Gears Tactics. That game's fucking sick.
Vic's a depraved child, and Val's a brain without a spine. The years my
Looks
father
like it.
wasted grooming them for glory when I was right there.
The lady's very angry.
Go back to Arizona, Rangers, and I'll pretend none of this happened. Stay, and you die alone.
That's Wasteland 3? I thought Wasteland looked different than that. That looked like really cartoony.
Any new
That was very
appreciation for
cartoony
gaming
looking.
at this time?
Yeah.
Because my
It
appreciation
was like
for
Fortnite
gaming
with worse graphics.
before couldn't be higher.
Com certeza, jogos multiplayer
Remember how I said they're gonna be back at least 2 times?
I'm gonna do a first for a show ever. I'm gonna actually get up and leave real quick.
You wanna get me a soda?
É o mais próximo que a gente pode ter de experiências
Cause fuck these guys.
reais.
This is happening.
Que estão longe da gente.
You get to travel all over the world in games, which is something I've always taken for granted. At the moment, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and
Is that cutting out for you too?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Just making sure it's not on our end.
That's yep.
I'm sure they're saying very
music or
interesting
whatever,
things that we're missing out on.
and it's just
Oh,
fun,
yeah, so intriguing.
for me to have the time to play with friends or even with my family, to have a lot of fun.
I've been mostly at home with small children, and gaming is the only thing that I get to do for myself anymore. I find it's not only an escape, it's also a way to challenge my brain.
Gaming is becoming clearly more important for a lot of people.
Oh, I didn't miss anything.
You know, play is a natural
damn
instinct,
thing.
and from
I mean, you missed
Animal
some audio
Crossing to The
problems,
Last of
but
Us
it
Part 2 or,
Yeah?
Oh,
or
so
it-
it's the video again.
Yes, it's definitely
Shout out to
incredible
caffeine,
time
keep me
now
alive
to
during
be
these
a
times.
gamer, yes.
For the rest of my life.
Hey everyone.
What's up?
I'm
I know
Vince
who you
Sampello,
are.
head of Respawn Entertainment. When we set out to
He
create
looks
Medal
less
of
high.
Honor
sticker on your hat.
Beyond, we knew we
I
wanted
hate
to bring
that
the
shit.
series
Take
back
that
to
sticker
its roots.
Hey.
The Medal of Honor franchise is known
Actually, I
for
had
its
to too,
powerful and
honest, 'cause I
exciting
finally had to
single-player
watch
stories that put the
the
player in the
real good,
boots of a
so.
soldier
I
who
agree,
was dead.
Chris.
It's a series that is grounded in history, which tells emotionally authentic stories.
No appreciation.
Peter Hirschman, who directed the original Medal of Honor in 1999, is back at the helm of this project. You'll hear more from him in just a bit.
That's crazy.
Peter and I actually worked together on Medal of Honor Allied
Yep.
Assault in 2002.
So reading
and I'm
script
really
right now.
happy he's
That's what I
joining
was
us at Respawn to craft a
talking to
completely
Chevy
new
earlier about.
experience
Is it's
in
funny.
VR.
Vince Sampella
The team is
worked
creating a
for
riveting and
EA,
emotional
made
journey
Allied
through World
Assault
War
back
II
in the
like
day,
you've never seen
left,
or played
made
before.
Infinity Ward,
It weaves in
made
the
Call of
personal
Duty,
stories of the veterans
left
and survivors of the war.
Infinity
and
Ward,
powerful
made
interviews that help set the
Respawn,
stage for
and now
one
through
player
Respawn under
experience.
EA
It's more than
is
just a
making
game.
Medal of Honor.
And we could not be more excited to
Like
show
he
the
went
world
full
the
fucking
next
circle.
look
It's crazy.
at Medal of
What
Honor
the
Above
fuck?
and Beyond
And
and the game's
Titanfall,
active
and
backstory.
Apex.
Let's take a
Yeah.
look.
The dude's repertoire
Vince
is
Sampella's a
fucking
fucking
crazy.
legend. It's just funny that he's making fucking Medal of Honor over here. This is a VR game though. I'm fucking so stoked.
I know this is the first time some of you will see combat.
And it's a World War II game.
I know you're scared.
Well, everyone else couldn't do
And
it.
it's
Let me be clear
AAA.
with all of you.
All these World War games came out and everyone
I'm
fucked
scared
them up.
too.
Because people are making modern fucking shooters with a World War II skin on them.
Welcome
They
to
weren't
France,
like
gentlemen.
they weren't into it.
I lead the local resistance cell. Something big is happening
That's very
inside Gestapo
Wolfenstein-esque.
headquarters, and we don't know what it is.
We're gonna have to improvise here.
Members of the resistance are perhaps the bravest people fighting in this war. But you really should stop. There is no future in it.
Just gonna shove this grenade up a pipe.
Sorry to interrupt. Lieutenant?
It's when the bank won't give you your deposit. So it's very neat to see, like,
I have not heard the Medal of Honor fucking
We'll get you there.
music in a long time. That's weird.
neat to see a full-fledged VR game like this.
Floating arms.
There's actually like a handful of games out now.
That's actually the worst thing I'm seeing here. Everything else looks great, but it's weird that they went with just cutting the arm off. A lot of games will make the arm fade away, or it's just the hands floating, but that's like half the sleeve of a World War II outfit and just cuts off. Like it's fucking... Like they just cut the model off. It's weird looking.
Somehow this motley crew
I'm stoked.
saving civilization.
The only thing that sucks is obviously it's for a much smaller audience, but
it's fine. It's for me. Except for just says Oculus. What's up with that?
I'm sure they're just partnered with them. I don't think any VR games are stuck on one headset.
They were when they first came out. There's a weird DRM on fucking Oculus. They got rid of it. And now Facebook is changing the name of everything Oculus to like Facebook something. And you have to have a Facebook account to fucking use
log
Oculus.
into your Facebook
It's
account.
garbage.
Yep.
It's fucking disgusting. Like
and now Mixer's Facebook Gaming.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're just kind of making a umbrella, which makes sense. But the whole restricting people to having to have a Facebook account to fucking use their
They
hardware.
want to track you. They want to see what you're playing.
It's just it's stupid, and I'm glad I fucking bought a Vive. I made the right decision because it's the better headset, and it's fucking not being restricted by bullshit.
Yeah.
Most immersive combat experience I've ever been able to work on. And the story follows you as a player being recruited into the Office of Strategic Services, commonly known as the OSS. And their mission was sabotage, espionage, search and rescue.
Sabotage!
In between, you name it, they did it.
All I can think of is the Venture Brothers and the OSI.
But during World War II,
Brock.
they sent operatives all over
Brock
Europe,
Simpson.
behind enemy lines, and that allows us to tell a story where you get to go to these places and locations and participate in events that really helped shape the outcome of the war.
One of the things I love about the trailer is you can tell there's a lot of interactivity in the environment, emergent gameplay. You got the piano,
Shoving grenades in holes.
Tell us a bit about how you're using that to tell the story. It seems like it's all kind of through a first-person perspective, but there are some story sequences. How do you tell the story?
Oh well, we shot over 120 pages of narrative, which is more than some feature films. We had a huge international cast of phenomenal.
You could tweak just a couple things to that guy, and he'd be a dwarf from like Lord of the Rings.
Classic three-act structure.
Like if you like shortened him up a bit and
just add some gold tassels to his beard.
Yep. I was thinking like some kind of accessories, metallic things going on.
And then the third act is
some earrings or something.
Take off his glasses and get him an axe, and you're done.
Make him sound a little hardier. Oh.
So you get to go.
I wonder if that guy knows his potential. He sits at home sometimes, look at the mirror, going, "I could be a dwarf if I really push myself."
I could have been Gimli. It could have been me.
But now I just work for EA.
We don't have edits. Everything.
It's EA's fault. I didn't reach my potential.
You experience the story completely in first person, as if you are there.
I apologize, anybody watching this going like, "Yeah, I ain't listening." I'm already sold on it.
Emotional connection with the characters and the things going on around you. It was an incredible way to shoot. One of our animators stood in for the player throughout the 3 weeks that we were on stage. And all the actors are always reacting and talking to you directly. And in VR, it's such a powerful thing. It's all about building that.
And they must have had a real rough time with this stream.
Seems like it because we originally were looking up the video, like the fucking all the like on IGN, GameSpot, and Game Awards. They all had their upload versions of the stream, and they all had different problems. And one of them was like 7 hours, one of them was 5 hours, and one was 3 hours. Like. And this was like the cleanest and best running one we could find, and this one still has issues. So yeah, they definitely were having issues with this shit when they did it.
But I hear you might also be doing MP too.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the thing about VR is that, I've spent so much...
The thing about VR is like a VR headset and the lighthouses that you use to track the motion. There's plenty of room in the Mines of Moria to really get in there and play these games in VR.
Movements to a controller and just figuring out...
The only thing that's really an issue is when a Balrog comes in and trips over the cords, because you don't see him coming.
You know how you duck, you just duck, and how you lean in VR, you just lean. And so the ability to lean around a corner, just kind of peek around the corner and see where the bad guy is just, it heightens the tension so much. It makes it feel all the more real. And when you put that into a multiplayer experience, it just raises it to a whole nother level.
VR
So we are
versus
shipping, in addition to the campaign, we are
fucking
shipping
a whole different
full suite of VR
and
modes.
Someone needs to make
including a few that
it.
you can only
They got to find a
do in
standard
VR. We're really
that's
excited
playable,
about,
but
people playing
it's so
those,
weird to be able to like lay on the ground and like peek around a corner and shit. You can do really dumb shit.
Full-blown VR experience.
Just like
I
real
gotta
life.
say, I'm really excited.
Because in real life, you have the
to,
risk of
put
actually
headset
dying
on
if you
and
do
try
some
this,
weird
and it's
goofy
coming
shit.
out, later this year,
Whereas in
right?
this, I'm like, I'm gonna experiment with
Coming
like
out holiday,
laying on the
so,
floor and
fasten your seatbelts.
hold my gun around the corner and fucking shoot until I hit somebody.
To bring it to players. We've been working on it a long time. Like you mentioned, it's a passion project for Vince and I and everyone at Respawn. It's a wonderful full circle.
I'm glad they're doing World War
for
II.
a lot of us that started our careers
Because Medal of
working
Honor
on those original
tried to do the Modern
set
Warfare
going
thing in
back
like two
first
different
one
iterations, and even though they were like serviceable,
Allied Assault, and now
they
to be able to
had
bring
no
Above
fucking
and Beyond,
identity.
Tier 1,
to
baby.
a whole new generation
Exactly.
is one of the most exciting things we've been
Just
involved
put some sunglasses on a
Awesome.
dude and
Thank
grow
you
a
so
beard
much,
and fucking
Peter.
tier 1,
Opening
baby.
Night Live will be right back, and in the meantime, here's
Chris
a look
is
at a
tier
new
1.
game that is launching
Right now.
tonight.
Tonight. Or 17 hours ago.
The world was broken.
That world.
By the magic the Vow Keepers said they would protect us from. Spellstorms still rage across the ruins of the Hollowlands. This is proof, they said. It isn't safe. It can't be.
Think streamers are coming back soon?
Magic.
You got one more?
I put
According to Chevy.
No, I said 2. There was 2.
Oh, wow.
Chris
Is this
just
that
throwing you under the
Magic
bus.
PvP game?
Well, they're gonna eat a fireball, so yes.
Looks like a Magic something game.
But I am a battle mage.
So they all killed each other.
Hopefully you guys are tanks, because you guys are all getting fucking hit.
Game over.
And now I fight. To
This
break
has the same
free.
frames per second as Pokemon, the anime. And the same song, too.
For real, I was about to say this anime music.
Yeah, what the fuck is this music? This is Dynasty Warriors.
I really want some Japanese vocalizations right now. Just, come on.
These guys are all going in to fight the Yellow Turban Rebellion. Call the generals in. Gotta take back this province.
Watch out, it's Lubu. Run away.
The gameplay itself, like, actually looks fast-paced, which is kind of neat.
They literally should have clipped that tonally completely different intro and the beginning of this fucking cinematic shit and just showed the gameplay. Even started with that music where you're playing, don't even have an intro, it's fucking just show them jumping around shooting shit, be like, okay. Spellbrick.
So
Anybody hyped?
Well, no. This is this is one of those.
That's a good answer. Well, no.
This is one of those games they're just making for
Free
esports.
Yep.
Are you excited? Well, no.
Well, no.
You're fucking. Hold on a second.
Hello.
Let's not say things like that.
Take a step back now. Come on.
I not ever say that.
Microsoft. No Man's Sky and Yakuza. Oh, it's Game Pass.
That's Xbox. Game Pass is Xbox.
Pretty much.
You say that to people who are like huge Xbox fans, which God bless you. And they get angry. And then you talk about it further, and they're like, yeah, Game Pass is awesome. Fucking, it's smarter than doing. I'm like, okay.
Sure.
Okay, so when I fucking said the first thing you got pissed about, why are you owning it now? What do you fucking want? I'm just discussing this shit.
I got no qualms with Game Pass.
Exactly.
I love
good.
Game Pass.
It's good. It's great. You can't talk to people who are super into this shit about anything unless you go, it's the best thing ever.
There's no gray areas.
They make all the gray areas. They're like, that's not true. Game Pass is amazing. Yeah, it's good. Well, yeah, because Microsoft owns Windows, and Windows is on fucking everything. Yeah, legally and illegally. They still own everything. They're on everything. Everything's a Microsoft console. So are we talking about Xbox still? Or are you just a big fan of Microsoft as a company? What the fuck are we talking about?
You're not allowed to have opinions online anyways.
You're not allowed to have opinions about Xbox and Microsoft unless it's 100% positive.
How dare you criticize something? Blasphemer.
I'm over here going like, hey, fucking PS4 didn't have name changing for a long time, inexcusable, and when they did introduce it, it was kind of garbage. And people are also like, yeah, kind of.
Tonight's games are in it as well.
Garbage.
No one's like,
every
well,
year at
fucking
Gamescom, we
Sony
like to
sells
highlight
cameras
some
better than most other
games
fucking
made
companies.
in Germany. And tonight we have a special announcement about one of the most legendary German games of all time, created by Factor 5. Enjoy.
最初タリカンの音楽を聴いた時に曲が素晴らしいだけじゃなくてアミガのサウンドそのものも素晴らしいと思いましたね。日本じゃ本当に聴いたことがなかった音楽でした。
Factor 5 was so far ahead of the curve, and each of their games pushed game technology as far as possible. I'd say they're one of the greatest indie developers of all time.
What is this? I don't even know what this is.
The original Earth Defense Force.
EDF.
Come back this weekend for Game of the Month. We'll be discussing EDF, Earth Defense Force 5.
This was the first game that allowed me to completely fulfill my musical vision. It defined my career, and the fans have been there ever since.
I thought that was Giorgio Moroder for a second.
To this day, it's
all
one
the
of my
synths and fucking
proudest
accent.
works.
Welcome back.
What? This is really building up something that I don't feel like anyone here is going to appreciate. I feel like somebody 10 years older than us is like, all right. We just missed it, like just by a little bit.
In June, Bungie revealed a new era of Destiny 2 that starts on November 10th with Beyond Light. For the first time ever, Guardians will add a new elemental power to their arsenal, the dark power
every
of
time I
Stasis.
play this game, I'm
With
like, man, this
Stasis,
game feels really
players will
good.
take
And then I
on the
play for like
powers
a
of
week or
darkness
two,
to
and
control
then
and dominate the
I'm
battle.
gone. And
Here's
then every
an
time I come back, I have
all-new
to
look at
relearn
Stasis from
what the
Destiny 2
hell I was doing.
Beyond Light.
Yep, every time.
It's one of those games for sure.
The floodgates are open. The darkness is here. As you step away from the light,
You see, this is cool.
we need only look inward. Focus your power. Let it grow. Our fight is far from over.
I'm so thrilled that Bungie was able to like keep all this stuff when they left.
Bungie did. The end result is what you would hope for, and Bungie did what they should have.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing exactly what I was hoping they would do with Destiny. I'm glad they abandoned Destiny 3 and went, you keep making these fucking like pseudo MMOs, why don't we just actually treat it like a fucking MMO?
Yeah.
Because that's what people are playing for anyway. No one played and beat Destiny 2 and went, oh, I'm ready for Destiny 3. They're like,
Right.
where's the next content?
So we get a stick, a scythe, and a fist. They're all frosty.
Yep.
fun with those effects. I'm sure I'm going to end up picking it up eventually.
Yeah, me too.
I still have to pay the last one.
Me too.
Oh my god.
That is game of the month.
To give out tonight, and that is best
Thought had
Sony
crossed my
PlayStation
mind.
game. So, without further ado, the winner is
going on with my beanie?
Cyberpunk 2077. Congratulations.
Man, Cyberpunk 2077's already winning awards. Look at this shit.
Awards than the ones I announced tonight. So check out
From
the Gamescom
IGN.
Awards user voting, where you can vote for your favorite
Bound to
streamer,
happen.
Gamescom's
Cyberpunk's gonna win
most wanted,
something.
and Best of Gamescom. The winners will be revealed at Gamescom Best of Show, along with cool cosplayers, esports, and more. So tune in on Sunday, August 30th at
Did
8
you
p.m.
know
Central European Time
if you
to see
made
the grand
an
finale
HD
of this year's
remaster
Gamescom, where we give gamers the stage.
and you added some
That's it for me
features to
today,
make up
but
for
before I
features
turn it
that you
back
had
to
to
Jeff,
take
I
out
just wanna
from a
say
game,
I hope
that your
everyone
game
out there
gets a
is
3 out
staying
of
safe and
10?
healthy. We're all in this
Wait,
together,
what?
so take care.
I was yawning.
Back
What
to you,
happened?
Jeff.
Talking about Crystal
Thank you
Chronicle.
very much,
dude, yeah.
Sydney. It's great to have you
They were
on the
way
show
too harsh on
again
that.
this year.
Oh.
All right.
The guy
well,
that did
a lot
that
of people
review
have been
fucking
wondering,
responded to
what
me.
will the next
Yeah?
generation
Yeah.
of gaming feel like?
And he was
How
very
will it be
nice. So I was
different?
like, "Ooh, you're
What
lucky."
is that generational
If you were even
difference?
slightly a dick, I
Well,
would have fucking
back
had something
in
to say to you. I
June,
just
we
liked
saw
his
the
comment. I'm
announcement
like,
of
okay, cool.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart
He's
from
like, I hope you
Insomniac
enjoy it.
Games, a title which uses the
And then I
power of
read somewhere else, he's like,
PlayStation 5,
you know,
the
this
SSD
review
hard
does
drive,
not give
and
me
the
any
DualSense
pleasure. He's like, I know a
controller
lot of
to
people
create
hold
an
this game, you know,
experience that
near and dear to their
Insomniac
heart.
says
He's like, I'm
is
not happy
only
about this.
possible on brand new hardware.
I'm like, oh, you're just the
Well,
unsung
now it's
hero,
time
huh?
for you to decide if you see the difference. Here's
Had to
an
do what was
extended,
hard and didn't want to do
uninterrupted
it.
demo of live PlayStation 5
And here I am
gameplay
going, that
of
game's like
Ratchet and
fucking
Clank Rift
25
Apart.
years old, and you're going, it feels dated.
Close.
It feels dated. Well, guess what? It's fucking dated.
Yeah, 17-year-old game, man.
It's like if I play a fucking Sega Genesis game, I'm like, oh, this feels dated. Well, guess what? That shit came out a little bit ago.
This is the actual gameplay part, right?
I think so.
Ooh, yeah, see. Waited 2 hours for something exciting here.
They kept this shit till the end.
Look how good it looks. Even the backgrounds are nice.
We're back. And not far from where we last saw him. We may still have time to put a stop to this.
Hey, I think I found the wombat!
Oh dear. Let's show him how it's done.
I say this every time a console comes out, but I always get like kind of like, oh, they're doing like, you know, cartoony style games as their first games, but then they're always great representations of how smooth animations and colors can be.
Well, I mean, this is for sure. I'm trying to think of the only other. Well, Knack wasn't a launch title, I don't think, but Knack was early on the PS4, and it was just showing particle effects. We all played it, we all hated it, but that's, yeah, it was why it existed. Just like when Killzone Shadowfall came out.
Yeah.
It was just to show off graphics. It was a very basic, straightforward first-person shooter.
Pulling away. Let's go.
And then you had the PS2 launch where we got Fanavision, and no one gave a fuck about it. Best looking game on there was DOA 2.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Put down the Dimensionator, Nefarious. Put down the Dimensionator. Yeah.
Alright, child.
Today I will finally be free of the both of you. Soon, everything you see will be mine. Say goodbye.
God of War is gonna look fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Someone on Twitter posted a picture of God of War, and they're like, this is God of War on the PS4. And I was looking, I was like, that's a fucking good looking game, man. And then someone came and they're like, well, this is too better looking. It's newer. I know, I'm bitching about Twitter. Fucking, but God of War was fucking incredible. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, that looks great.
Yeah,
God of War is gonna look amazing.
Yeah, this looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with what I see.
That was rather exciting.
It's just nice because, like, I mean, this isn't really my style of game, but I'll definitely try it out. But it does look like a game that is not going to run on current consoles.
There's no fucking way this game will run.
Yeah. And so it's nice to see something that like is truly like the next generation.
When just like, you know, they're all like well animated or whatever, but even like the random like NPCs that are running around, like running away from the combat or whatever, they all were also
and the
animated.
particle effects everywhere. Everything is literally shredding into small things. Yeah. And then also you had like 4 different types of bullets that were flying everywhere a second ago.
Well, and it's funny too because Ratchet and Clank is always like full of like explode because you're breaking everything for currency. And it always was kind of like that anyways, and now it's just like everywhere. And of course, you know, the reflections on everything.
Ray tracing.
My heroes!
Also, just the seamless changing is amazing.
Oh. That SSD.
Or at least a very large octopus. I will never get used to that. Hey, at least we're on the same planet this time. Nefarious is on the other side of that building.
That's something too that when we originally saw this, it was like my first thought. Something I was talking about was like, this is just showing off the loading power of the PS5.
Big time.
And then like, listen to the devs, like literally say that. They're like, this game could not exist on the prior console. Not for the graphics alone, but because the console wouldn't be able to load this shit as quickly as they need to have this concept work. Which I think is neat, because it's something that's beyond just the graphics that they're even thinking about. They're going like, now we can think of new ways to experience levels and stuff like that. Now that we have a way to be able to load things constantly.
Well, with a limitation essentially gone, it's going to allow creativity from a lot of different devs. So,
which is always interesting because there's so many games that, and we've talked about this before on the show, but there's so many things that happen in games because of limitations, which is something I love. As someone who's creative as well, like I always like trying to work within the confines of something, some kind of restriction, like making maps back in the day and Quark and shit. There'd be like a memory limit, and so you had to really get creative in certain ways. But at the same time, once you lift that, now you just have this freedom to do like whatever the fuck you want within the new limitations, of course.
God, this game's silky smooth.
That's all of them. We have to get the Dimensionator away from Nefarious.
I'm so glad this series didn't die. I was worried for a little bit.
It was dead for a while.
Dimensions are weakening considerably. Well, it is certainly not good.
Just take that dragon with you.
You better fly away. Goddamn road rage.
I was pissed. I thought it cut out, and we're gonna start watching another trailer.
Ratchet, we are too late.
I was just saying that situation was kind of ratchet.
Who?
And people freaked out about that, and understandably, but it's just crazy.
PlayStation.
There you have it, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, and now I am joined by Marcus Smith and Mike Daly from Insomniac Games. Guys, it was so great to see that long, uninterrupted demo of Rift Apart, and I have so many questions. It's amazing to see what you're doing with the power of PS5 and the SSD. Let me ask you first, Marcus, what are you able to do with Rift Apart that you haven't been able to do before in a Ratchet game because of the power of PS5?
I mean, first and foremost, it's just pure horsepower. Enables us to fill our worlds with the kind of density and life that we've never been able to do before.
It's in a record shop?
More importantly, perhaps, though, is the dimensional
like
shifting that we have going on, which uses the SSD
Probably just has a really
that allows
passion
us to
for it.
fling the player
But
from
not
planet
for a
to planet to
microphone.
planet. Lightning
Not
fast,
for
like,
decorating
way
or
faster
fucking
than
showcasing any of that shit in a way that's respectable.
Yeah, the Rift
He's just
tether, we
got
saw
fucking
that
boxes
in the, demo. We
with
had seen
crooked
some of that
pictures in the background.
The trailer. So that's all
Yeah.
actual gameplay. Mike, I'm curious, like, how does that work as you kind of play through the game? Are there certain moments and levels where you can jump, or how do you play through that?
Yeah, so in the game, there is dimensional damage spread throughout the
see that
galaxy
PS5 controller behind him. Do you see that?
And you can find these weak points in
Easter eggs.
space-time that you can pull to you with your Rift tether. It's like being able to lasso a portal. And that enables you to basically like warp across
I thought
the
Jeff
world
Keighley was in the
to
game for a second. I was like, what the
find
fuck?
places to discover or gain a tactical
Like, you
advantage
talk
in
about, I'm going to go
combat.
hang out over here.
Wow, yeah, I gotta say, like, when you see that and you imagine the jumping from multiple worlds at instantaneously almost, and it sounds like there's no load screens throughout the entire game.
That's right.
Nah.
That's right. Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. You so confident, both of you say it. I like it. Now, let me ask you about DualSense. That's something that is a big part of
I mean,
PS5.
games now
I've
were
had a
fucking
chance to
streaming in really impressive ways. They'd have one big load time, and then you wouldn't see a load bar for the rest of the game.
Gameplay of Rift Apart.
Right.
So I can only imagine
So the heart
being
of
able
every
to
Ratchet and
fucking
Clank
just
game
eliminate
is a
that
powerful
completely.
arsenal of weapons that just exude a ton of personality. And the DualSense is sort of like, it feels like it was made for Ratchet and Clank just because the haptics give us a whole new layer for the weapons to express themselves. So for example, your burst pistol, of course it gives you like a satisfying click or kick with every bullet. But when you throw the shatter bomb, you can actually feel the energy pulsing off the grenade fade away as it gets further apart from you. Basically, the haptics are expressive enough that every weapon feels different and you can tell what you're holding. But of course, the adaptive trigger like takes that to a functional level where, in addition to the trigger pull feeling unique, we can actually use that as a super intuitive way to add alternate functions to the weapons. So, for example, in the demo, we've got the Enforcer, which is a double-barreled shotgun. You can pull the trigger part of the way down until you hit resistance to fire a single barrel. And then whenever you feel like it's the right time, pull it the rest of the way for a double shot. So you might be swarmed by a bunch of little enemies. You only want to waste one shot on them, and then wait a minute for even more to swarm in before finishing them off. But a big guy, you probably want to just get both barrels to right away.
man.
So there's a nice
Like, well, it's
intuitive
gimmick.
way
No,
of
dude, like,
basically
he
raising the
literally
skill
just said
ceiling
you have
and
two
giving
for
you more
fucking
ways
presses
to
in
play
one
better.
button.
Wow.
It just eliminates the need for an alt fire
see how
button.
you guys are going to roll that out across.
It doesn't even
what I'm
eliminate.
sure
They can
are
choose to do that.
insane,
Like, it's just
you know,
more
group of
functionality.
weapons
So,
as
like, you
always.
already had with the
Plot-wise,
PS4
Marcus,
controller,
tell us a bit about this
swipes
game.
and
I think some
clicks on that
fans have
fucking
wondered,
touchpad that add
does this tie
buttons in
into
a
the
way
movie
it's not
plot line, the game
over-encumbered,
plot line? Like, how-
or
tell
it
us in
doesn't
the
over-encumber the
Ratchetverse where
fucking
this
controller.
sits.
And now they're adding more
Well,
functionality with the triggers, more so than just vibrations.
Ratchet and Clank,
But like new ways to
Into the
play, but
Nexus,
also
2013
new
game.
functionality that can allow you to
It's
do
a
more
standalone
things with one
adventure,
fucking
so
trigger.
it's
I mean,
one
it's genius.
Even if you've never played a Ratchet and
Just
Clank
like the
game, you
Switch.
can get into it.
I'm not
and you'll
fanboying over
understand
Sony.
it and
Switch
you'll
is
enjoy
genius
it.
too.
For hardcore fans, we have a lot of nods. You're gonna see a
Like
lot
when they're
of
talking about that one game,
and
fucking, they're gonna be able to lock your trigger when
see
your
them
gun
all through a
jams.
whole
That's
new
fucking
light
crazy.
of, multiple dimensionality.
Yeah, no, this Rift Tether thing I think looks really exciting. And how often, like, is that something we saw in the demo? Is that something you're going to see like frequently in the
God
game?
of War
Are they
2, you're
special
gonna fucking
moments?
be able
Like, I
to
guess
go,
I'm curious, like, how
"Boy."
often you use that technique for a game.
Boy. Or slowly crush someone's head or instantly
So
smash
the
it.
Rift tether has
Yeah.
created these anomalies all throughout the galaxy. You'll
That'd be
encounter
fucked
those
up.
pretty often.
These are some
even a
real
few more
psychopaths on
types of
PS5 just going,
dimensional damage you'll encounter that we haven't shown yet. Now, being pulled between worlds, that's
You just pull it part way, very slowly, then let go. Pull it again, real slowly.
I was gonna be merciful.
Sort of reserved for special moments when you really have to, when the dimensional damage really tears wide open.
Well, I gotta say, it looks incredible. And then at the end, we got another.
I want
tease
this like
of,
stage for my
this
room.
Female
It's very cool.
Lombax.
Yeah, I wish that was my room.
I know you guys have confirmed she is playable in parts of the game. I think everyone wants to know though, do we have a name for her?
I mean, the world is more interesting with mysteries, and we're going to have to keep this one a little longer.
Do we get a number of letters in her name or anything?
Never mind.
Too many smart people on the
Quote
internet.
Fight Club.
They'll figure
Crying
it out
in
right away.
She's not
Bob's
named
bosom.
Abby, though, right? All right, well, we'll have to wait and see what you guys have in store for us. I got to say, I mean, it looks incredible. The Ratchet games are always so much fun, and as you said, when you think of the power of SSD and the DualSense all coming together, it looks really exciting. Before we go, though, I think everyone around the world wants to know when we're going to get to play this game. Anything you can share with us on where you're at in development
When
right
the
now?
PS5 comes out, Jeff. Haha.
Mike?
So Ratchet & Clank is coming out in the PS5 launch window. So we haven't announced a specific release date yet, so stay tuned for
this
that.
year.
What kind of window? Is it big window?
Oh my
No, I'm just kidding.
goodness.
All right, that's all we're going to get, I'm sure.
It's a launch
Ratchet &
title.
Clank Rift Apart coming to the launch window for PlayStation 5.
It's funny how
he's trying to get a
Insomniac,
PS5
we're
leak
so excited what you guys
fucking
are doing
launch date.
I say it's funny to
the
me
game looks
because like
incredible. So
that
thank
used to
you
be
so
like
much
his
for
thing. Like
all
he'd be in
you've
an
done,
interview, he'd
and
ask a
we look forward
rapid
to
question
seeing
real
more
quick
of
that they
Rift
just
Apart
respond
soon.
to, and he'd be like, ah.
Well, it's not even his thing. He was just being a
Marcus
good
and
journalist. He's trying to get
Mike, for
info.
showing us that first
Other people
look
are more
at Ratchet
reserved
& Clank
about it.
or
Well, just like
PlayStation
not
5,
even
and that's
really
gonna
his
do it
like.
for opening night live.
He's not
Thank you so
a
much for
journalist
watching
really
from
anymore,
around
and
the
he's
world,
still
and make
that's
sure
still
to stay
there.
tuned all weekend.
I mean, he
for
still
more
is. He's
live
asking them
Gamescom
questions
coverage
and
at
shit.
Gamescom.global. As for us, we'll see you later this year for the Game Awards 2020. Our team is hard at work to build a very special live show for you coming in December. We'll see you then.
Live?
Over.
I think it's fucking over. I
Did
think
we
it's
make it?
There's still, according to IGN, another hour of them babbling about shit, probably.
I'm sure fucking Sydney will be on there giving out awards.
All right, let's talk about it. I'm going to mute this while I go through. What did we like, what we didn't like? Was there anything that was exciting, anything not exciting? And what'd you guys think about the streamer people talking about fucking...
Remember when I said 2?
Chris does. I wasn't there for that.
Nailed it. Ratchet & Clank was probably one of the highlights for me.
Definitely.
It was not only just because I'm a fan. I'm going to use that term lightly because people take that word very, very seriously of Ratchet & Clank, but also just the fact that we got to see a PS5 game in action, something next gen that actually shows off what next gen's capable of in terms of like, you know, lighting, visual effects, and load times and whatnot. Being able to hear about what the controller can do also to the game was a nice addition to that segment of the show. Nice frame.
I'll leave that there for a second.
I also there's a couple other things like that voxel game. Unfortunately, I forgot the name of it now, but that was really neat. That was a nice surprise. And I feel like there was something else there. The rest of it was kind of like I don't have anything really negative to say. It just wasn't super exciting.
I mean, anybody who sat through this with us knows pretty much. If we're trying to be negative right now, you could kind of get an aggregate of all the negativity in small doses and probably get a pretty big chunk of negativity.
Yeah,
the whole thing.
It was just more so that it definitely had pacing issues. So
it had pacing issues. I think a lot of the fat could have been trimmed. I think you could have completely cut out a lot of the fucking just talking to random people about why they're into gaming and what they think about. What do you think about people being healthy? Oh, I think they should be healthy. I want them to be safe. Okay, cool. Like, why are you here? Who the fuck? Why the fuck is anyone asking you this? Is this enhancing the experience? Fuck no. So yeah, there's a lot of fat that could have been trimmed, a lot, but pacing for sure. There's also some technical errors. I won't hold that against them.
Yeah.
It's all streamed. I think they did a pretty decent job for how big this was.
The world's adapting right now.
This was a 2-hour event. Well, some people, I would say we've already kind of adapted. Other people have already nailed presentations at this point in this fucking time of COVID. But the amount of like interviews they did and the amount of videos they showed, and while streaming this and having all this different stuff, it was a big project. to orchestrate in this kind of way, and I think that probably was difficult. So I can give them a pass on the technical stuff, but the pacing is something that was pre-planned. I don't think they nailed it. I don't think that's one of the biggest things we always kind of complain about, not just us, but people I generally know and talk to all the time when it comes to these presentations, is like the downtime of people just kind of droning on about things that it's not exciting for most people to hear people talk when you're looking for what's the next big thing you're going to show me.
Yeah.
What game are you going to show me that I'm already waiting to see more on? That kind of stuff. You don't want to stop while someone goes, well, I had some coffee this morning and I'm feeling pretty perky right now. Who gives a fuck?
I'm not.
Like it just doesn't matter. And you're just killing the fucking buzz. So, anyway, I'm with you though. Ratchet and Clank looks cool. I'm not a huge fan of the series, but I am a huge fan of tech, new games. I got a good dose of PS5 technology. I got to hear some really cool shit about that controller. I'm fucking overhyping.
You enjoyed the last game enough. So.
Sure, it was cool. Yeah, I'm not going to call myself a fan because I don't go Ratchet and Clank, but
I had to stop myself there for a moment.
Sure. The voxel game, I forgot what it's called as well, but I'm sure we'll see more of it later. That game looks cool to me.
Yeah.
It did look more like a concept than a game right now, but it looks like it could become something. I kind of got that feeling from you too, Chris, when we were talking about it, because you seemed interested in it, but also like it kind of seemed like you're hoping to see more of what that game was supposed to be game-wise, and I feel the same. It's funny how just your tone, I was like, I know where he's coming from. I was like, I agree. Medal of Honor, I'm very excited for. Very excited for that game. It could be mediocre, but in VR, it kind of allows some leeway of going like, it looked cool, which kind of sucks, but VR is still in its infancy, so I'm okay with that. There's something else I was excited for, and I don't remember. Oh, that Annapurna top-down 15 hours or 12-hour loop game.
Yeah.
For some reason, every time I see that game, I'm very intrigued by it. I think it has a really cool artsy style to it. I feel like it's going to tell an interesting story in an interesting way that I haven't really seen in that visual fidelity, I guess. I'm glad to see that two people I've known of are still alive and well, especially now when things are a lot harder on everybody. I'm hoping they're staying in bubbles and keeping safe. Destiny 2, looking cool.
Yeah.
Shadowlands, not going to play it, but I'm excited for that game to be supported, and to a point where I'm hearing people who are excited for it. So that's awesome. Squadrons, I don't need to see anything on it anymore. I'm just going to play it. So every time they show it, I'm like, that's like a fucking $30, $40 multiplayer game. Just release it. Shut up. We were talking about a little bit about Dragon Age. I'm curious about it. I can't be hyped for it. I want to be, but I can't. Other than that, there's some stuff that was interesting enough. Crash Bandicoot, Little Nightmares, where the fuck that looked interesting. Chris, any takeaways?
I mean, to be honest, there wasn't a lot that really grabbed my attention too hard. I am curious, although I haven't played any World of Warcraft in a while. I am curious as to where the story is going with Shadowlands, because I do have people who tell me like what happens in the story. But I mean, the only thing that was really like piqued my interest is like, hey, I want to play that, is Age of Empires 3 remaster.
Oh yeah, good one.
and the Ratchet and Clank stuff is neat, but that's kind of like a gimme because it's next gen stuff being shown to us. I enjoyed playing it, but like you guys, I couldn't say I'm a fan of it. But overall, I was just pretty blasé about most of this show.
Yeah. Which leads me to my next question. What would you grade it and why?
I'm going to go C-. Mostly just because, like, honestly, I think that would have been more... I think watching someone just cut that video up and just straight to the information stuff would have been more entertaining, which I hate to say because I actually am and obviously I know, you know this, but like I do like the stage shows and stuff like that. I like to watch that stuff. I find that enjoyable. The whole experience of talking about the games, building up to a show, the reveals, blah blah blah, all that stuff. As for like, this just had so much fluff that was not really adding anything to any of the presentations and stuff like that, that it did just start to become boring, and I don't get bored very easy. That being said, there was...
This is true. Chevy could probably sit there and just stare off into nothing and probably not be
bored. I could watch paint dry, for sure. Yeah. But more so than anything, I don't like wasting time. Like, this, if I'm idle, I'll find something to do.
That's the big thing here, is like, when I saw stuff I liked here, I was into it. But there was about 3 separate times where I felt like the thought, for a millisecond in my head was like, should we even be doing this?
Yeah,
I could be playing a game or something right now.
And that's kind of a rough thing, because like I can be idle, but if it's my choice and like maybe I need like a mental break or something, whatever, but like,
dude, getting up to get that drink was real refreshing. I was like, I got away from them. The streamers in the middle talking. I was like, fuck, I'm glad I got out of there.
Yeah, but it's like, for me, if like I'm stuck in a situation that I don't want to be in, and not that I don't want to be in this, I enjoy like the filming aspect, obviously, but I just felt like a lot of that didn't need to exist, and because of that, that turned into me feeling like I was wasting time. So but there was some cool stuff in there. I always appreciate Jeff Keighley.
And he appreciates that you appreciate him.
And the stage alone puts it in the C range. So,
yeah, Chris.
I kind of agree with Chevy. This C- overall, just because the pacing was really odd, and I wouldn't have a problem with like the streamers talking about being interviewed on the show. Like, if it was streamers. Like if they had given like demos of the games and they could talk about like little experiences of the game, not just like random questions of like, what does gaming mean to you? Like, okay, that's great, but I don't care right now.
I don't really think there's a question on the fucking planet you could ask those people that I'd have any interest in. I have no affinity for them. They don't have personalities I find particularly interesting, and I don't think they had viewpoints that were particularly unique or worthwhile listening to. So it's the same as I think it'd be more entertaining if you went up to a random person on the street and went, "What do you think about Ratchet and Clank?" They're like, "Fucking who now?" Like that would be like, okay, that's.
And then you show them a video and ask again.
Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah. But when you're like, "Why do you play video games?" Well,
because bitches tip me.
They're fun, and I make money doing it. Oh wow, that's so insightful and interesting.
And it was just so randomly thrown together. Like it was just
it felt like shit.
Weird spots. Yeah. So just because the overall like fluffiness of the presentation has to be a C-, because it did present us with some gameplay and some new stuff. Can't fault it for that, but it's just dragged on and on and on.
I enjoyed the Red Bull commercials more than the streamers.
Forced commercials? What the fuck was that shit?
No. Those, at least, I looked at those as like, they're getting paid for this. This makes sense. They were short.
They were cartoons. They're colorful. More interesting than some guy in his mom's kitchen talking about, oh, people are healthy.
They were literally shorter than the 5 seconds to be able to skip an ad on YouTube.
Yeah. I don't even remember what happened in them. I'm just like, yeah, this is whatever. I knew they were going to end.
Yeah,
that's nice.
And
gave me hope.
You can't really complain about that. Like, anyone who watches video online is subject to watch advertisements, and they're usually longer than that. So that was totally fine.
Yeah. I was gonna make the mistake and probably grade it higher than it deserves, and then you gave a grade, and instantly I went, "Whoa, no, that makes sense," because I can't give it a C. I can't give it a C because for me it passes, but it doesn't pass in a decent way, because there was so many times that I was questioning what I was doing with my life and how I got here,
asking the big questions,
and thinking about fucking I didn't have a choice in life. It's fucking crazy that I'm existing and I'm choosing my time and my existence to be here watching this. And if I'm thinking about that, I can't give you a fucking C.
Can't give much a C at that point.
But I can't give a D either, because that's starting to get into like you're almost failing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like a C- as well, just because the stuff I did enjoy, but there was more stuff I didn't enjoy than that I did enjoy, or a lot of mediocre stuff that didn't have enough gravity, and all the things that were big and exciting weren't that big and exciting.
No.
Like, I kept seeing something like, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. There's not one moment in the whole fucking thing, except for Age of Empires 3. That got me excited, but it's already out. Like, I already like it. So it's just like, you like it? It's like if there was a trailer or if there was a commercial for Hunt Showdown, that would have been my most hyped thing on the fucking whole thing. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking go buy that for a 5th time. So, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's C-. I don't even feel good about giving it a C-. I feel like I should go lower, but doesn't deserve lower.
Right.
Like, I feel
Jeff
like
doesn't deserve lower.
Exactly. The fucking C is him. The minus is me making sure Jeff gets to stay in the C territory. That's me protecting him.
I'm doing this for you, man.
I'm doing it for Jeff, because fucking if he wasn't there, some asshole, random, like, if it was Major Nelson or goddamn...
it would have been fucking... I forgot her name. Sherry? Whatever. The Asian chick.
The chick from... Wendy from...
Yes, Wendy.
Pointless awards given to games that aren't even out yet. Fucking bullshit.
Who got those fucking drive-by awards thrown at them like that quickly? Like, this won this award, and then they went to the next thing and went, yes. Like, it was so quick, and just like, this guy won. Who are they against? Doesn't matter.
Who did the voting?
Yeah, like, it's just fucking like, hey, this guy won this thing.
Fucking
good for them.
What was his name? Brian. I forgot his last name now. The other IGN guy. He voted. They're his.
Altano?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh my God, I can't say. Dude, okay. I hope he never watches this. I fucking muted him on Twitter, because every time he fucking shows up in my feed, I get annoyed. Somebody will like one of his tweets, and I'm like, I don't even want to see this guy.
Him and Jason Scherzer.
I don't know who that is.
Used to work for Kotaku.
Schreier.
Yeah, Scherzer.
Yeah.
They both... Twitter was like, hey, you like gaming? Here's this guy's tweet over and over. I'm like, I don't follow this guy. I don't follow anything that's related to this guy.
Every fucking Jason Schreier tweet...
Stop giving him...
Every fucking Jason Schreier tweet is just like, I told you guys about this 5 months ago, and here it is. And it's like, I didn't see that.
Let me tell you why this is bad for society.
There's a lot of crunch happening in the industry.
This isn't what this episode's about.
I'm getting to the bottom of it. And then Brian Altano is just fucking like, well, I grew up and I watched Ninja Turtles as a kid. That's my personality.
And that's what Brian Altano do.
I played with Ninja Turtles as a kid. That's me. That's who I am. I wear leather jackets. I like the 80s. The 80s aesthetic was cool. I can't get out of my childhood. I hope you never watch this, Brian.
And who the fuck are we, right?
I mean, fuck him. Anyway, C- for Brian Altano, and that's a good grade too. That's a good grade. What are we talking about? The presentation. Anything else you guys want to say? It's great to be back, guys. I'm glad you guys joined us.
Yeah, sorry for the bum fest.
What bum fest? I'm having a blast.
I don't know, man. Between me being tired and that show being tired.
You on the show are tired?
Yes. Were you not here for the 2 hours of tired?
On that note, I think that's everything.
Yes.
Stay tuned. We got Game of the Month coming. We got Plus Club coming. And that's going to do it for this episode of TLG Reacts. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to let us know in the comments what you thought of this presentation. And what was your favorite thing you saw? What was your least favorite thing? What fat do you think should have been trimmed? Did you like the streamers? Are you a fan of any of the streamers?
How tired are you?
What was your most hyped thing there? Are you excited for Ratchet and Clank? Is there something you wish we got to see that we didn't. I'm sure there's a lot of things. And what do you think about Dragon Age? Are you excited for that? Are you allowing yourself to be excited for that? Or are you like, no, I liked all of them? Let us know in the comments. That's going to do it for this episode of TLG Reacts. So always thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Let's shorten that. Check us out on...
You can Google Tasteful Gaming and find all sorts of stuff about us.
No, I know. We got to eliminate the Tumblr and TikTok because TikTok's going to get outlawed. So you can check us out on Twitter. And
and YouTube.
And YouTube. Yeah, you're here. We got a Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. We're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. Yeah, something else. We got a Patreon. You can support the channel if you fucking feel like it. And it's appreciated. I love you so much.
If you like listening to us, bitch.
Yeah. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
I'm Chris.
Until next episode, which is going to be very soon. Have a good one, guys, and take it easy.